wetin tim sabuo European to me fan on to no the cassia the tumi ano erode anwene asoro kakraka yi na pila bia kura asuru nanso enjini fengo ni paso wono ena sase kakraka yi na no ehye ne sa ne dia nanso ayefu etwitwa ton anopai ye kan kasiya the tumi ye bona bodi esanse we yo twedi amponya nkropon basayi adom otobonsu tonso bonsu akrobet yankropon bentwere bua no hubo tuduro kanta mantukodi abakankamo a yamfani sinsensu no humuduro wadanso wayitamuru kumechi akrobet yankropon no yasa ko abeto ne fiada anopai na menja na bodi kasiye so na memo achemo akwaba amena se for tuning into Western Diamond TV on your multi TV decoder. Won't to me radio 101.3 ATF4 Yoguso Enchill Kumasi live and color. Previous we technical HBina ama mu amuti radio no so no Monty and car and premu Yoguso yehu adwuma. And to God be the glory. This is the beginning of our story. Friday morning, the 23rd day in the month of May 2025, in the year of our Lord. Welcome, Wezo Akwaba, Bonalve, Marhaba, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Midi Okyeremaba AS Enchill, the radio PRO, Western in the morning, and a pay. And common baby no one ofia ebe jibre na yesene mu de go se sabe buamu ade matena mu a na barema bana na kunadu abupra the usual morning show host on Western in the morning so on Western Diamond TV and matena mu de amano the entire production team led by Abena Sewa Ameni Ampon Obaku kuduru for ya santo de mu ba won fefo a etikwati so bi enimu abrantie bi ayan so stir ne sankada babru na kan yo so weni be hu kena so nan ensi hoda sabe ke ria ki aweda da Perase Samuel Same beja camera na chi na Jalo Care wonso ehwe so na wode yen aba TV ne so osikani from Pomanso otechi no produce yen kakra Mamu achiamu akwa madasa no pay afei yewramu na yefe quotation no efem frase ende fiada anopay and I was born on Friday ntino edu fiada bia say ya na enije soronko ewurama komemu nti na men kanse bebrebe kakra bi na ye be as usual Friday do su say ya ye ne empenifo bi mu tenase na nda enso ya efrase a egugo yi ebinumu efrase edi abene ewo ensuo ya etoi hoyi ensuo kwado we be say comojis agro bi na wodie afei ena nsubrantem na nkasa esobran no afei na eba beto na eba ni say ya na wo mu a yenim se esuo to a efa wo mu no yesu edema wo mu sanse na eni pa yo mamba intino and Friday na yakọ na watwe na wiye no yene nadmofo ebesi nkonwa na no pay on one na yedi enkomo enti yabekọ STMA former nadmo director and they wakọ na humjie mu Yera James Obin Jr. on a pay obefia na yahwe what is unfolding with regards to year insuo ya etoi me da sipinta no pay. Our quotation on the screen, Mahatma Gandhi. Na anapay yen quotation no ekasa efa eye ahoden strength. Eno timi bisa sembisa why na no hoden a watumi atintim sania yenyankopon no atintim sa abuoyi. Why eno betumi ene won hodenfo a waye otwedi ampon yankopon hodenfo no wo betumi ne na prebiribi ho na mebisa ye no bia ntumi ankase wo no ana ne busuani bi ana betumi ene ye yakropon no apre beribe ho. So on your screen, strength does not come from physical capabilities. It comes from an indomitable war. And say, the strength of a man does not come from his physical capabilities, but from an indomitable war. Arafo Onyankopon ahoɔden wajama wadasani wakra tiasefo wanimpa Onyankopon ehome enkwa home de go yemu. Genesis chapter 2 verse 22 to 24. Onyankopon wini ya no ohune kwa home ena de go yemu na onipa ba ya okra tiasefo. Banopai de me no echene se onipa hoɔden emfiri no, onipa hoɔden emfiri na kaka bensem bim, onipa hoɔden emfiri ni tumi bi a wɔse wɔ mu, onipa hoɔden emfiri biribi foforo bi, tumi foforo bi, because wɔn mo amokɔgye tumi ahoro a ɛyɛ Onyankopɔn tumi no ahoɔden a ekura mo de yɛ nneɛma wɔ inum nyinaa no enkowie payɔ amfa ma wɔ mo ɛnoti ɛme ahoɔden na ekura wo nda anɔpa yi a wodi bɛte wotwumadie ɛnda yi mu no ɛndwen sɛ efiriw ɛndadeɛ bi a wɔkɔ pagya amoayɛ abolo amoayɛ budo amoayɛ ahoɔden ni sɛ wofi sɛ ɛyɛ physical capabilities na wodi wa hoɔden ɛyɛ no ɛno ana ofiri sɛ etumi de wo ɛkɔ etumi edi w'anim wadi firi mu ofi ba mu dabi obi na bɔ ne wɔ sɛ lalai ɛndwen saa hoɔden akuta wo nne yi no efiri baabi foforɔ bi no, but from an indomitable war efiri tumi kɛseɛ bi abasa kɛseɛ bi ana saa hoɔden no wanya. It is a war in Nadia. Wo ye nneɛma bi na hu sɛ physically ho ayɛ tia ano no nkyɛ ahoɔden because ɛyɛ half time ana menu mienu yɛbɔ ɛyɛ loan ana yɛbɔ asase so ɛbra ne ba bɛ so yɛ Nyankopɔn ɛbɛte nkwa a wɔde ma yɛ no afiri yɛn nsɛm ɛwɔ na nipa bɛyɛ mɔbɔ ɛne kɔ mɔtwere kɔhwɛ ɛyɛ efuru dwada ɛnɛ Friday. And tanjay de biada and find so trim sa utumi ko ana ubayi utumi sua no mu odu utumi yakaka bensam utumi sisiwunia e wa hoɔden mu no ahoɔden ni firi da bi efiri Nyankopɔn no bɛgye ade da achi bi efiri nsɛm na ukɔ enkramo kasemu a, that is the Arabic or say laysal shadid man galaba nas innama shadid man galaba nafsahu indal gadab. ليس الشديد من غلب الناس إنما شديد من غلب نفسه عند الغضب. أني هو دفو أنا دي ودنا هو دي أسسنينيا أني هو دفو أنا ودنا هو دي أسسنينيا أني هو دفو نمام هو دفو أنا ديا وتومي دنا هو دي أسسوا نوا كاسا هو أبران بوفو ahoɔdenfoɔ ɛne nia otumi di na hoɔden esisi wɔ no ankasa ho dia kɔsoa de mehuni dia sie anya dia me revenge da anya dia esansa me wan hoɔden esemi nua ntino mɛgye biribi de tua ne ka da bi from hoɔden fasisi wa ho ɛbra obuafuo meda sa no pɛyi we ni ekran hyɛsɛm a mere efrase ɛwɔ Western in the morning dwumadie so on Western Diamond TV. Ma o text message and munyani na text message WhatsApp no yeguso ye adwuma bi wo ho mo fanfa 0248 07 1174 0248 07 1174 na anopai o text message bia no de bebe bia no ye be kenkan na ye di amount. But let me send a word of caution to our viewers ɛyɛ ne bɔne so a, but some of you I'm in social media handles no so the X's, the YouTubes, the Instagrams, the TikToks, and the rest, Facebook. Now I'm the comments are unpleasant. Sabi commenter untumi fa masabe obaketwa a wutu school fees. Nsembia woka untumi kanche obusua penny. Untumi kanche wuni ana wo se o maami ana papa ana mechire. Enkwotro mfa nto ye page ho. Because sabi ye no ni asem your man who ankomo ni yedie. If you don't have anything sabi meaningful to say or to write, don't go there and spew no hey anapemunya botre tenkwotro bibia sabi ade ebufu ebeba but asena enra your vice president for the past 45 to 50 days we free on my Ghana yimu. So let's say approximately 2 months I will free on my yimu no afei ena wabebeduru on my Ghana mu ha enra ena obeduru kutoka yemshenji nabia, that is Kotoka International Airport. Na emperifo kwesiano chief of staff mapeni hukeni ya mame eye Lodina Mahama and emperifo ahodo ekokwesiano. Thank you so much. So on your screen, Vice President Professor Jane Nana Opoku Agyeman returns to Ghana 45 days after commencing medical leave in the UK. That is London. Ya bom pay so say sendo Yakupon ebia wasusu di ama no say obesan su enya ne nkwa ne biem no eno te bia Yakupon de ache no. And that is the reason why tia waba my Ghana mu ha ye na ye de ani ede ehunu bie. So you can see our president John Dramani Mahama from my right. Yamami Jane Nana Opoku Agyeman, Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Her Excellency. Ono ena oshefinfin no. Ena mesebenkum eye yamame eye Lodina Mahama, the wife of our president. So this is presidency. Ebra ba ye no ede no presidency. Ekokodi nkomo kakra ne ade a. So on your screen, Chief of Staff wo mu ni mpenifa hodo a womu ena womu na no ehyiaye ema na kwaba na bia me metu ya kan na no pay efa no nice picture efa no the return of our vice president and then say womu shana pomoden our Ghana ha because I will trade the extended version of ni health and oko siki ye e wa brochire namom locally omanyimu womo amhwe vice president na pomodin mu no they should be watchful as some momani ekwama me no pa sani america sanye ne boni bia namom sabe akwa ja ya hwe ana wasan aba nti the meme kan say e ya champa ana yesa say mu the presidency enu echi woyi amembuo firi mu a na busuafo e wasa mu mamani ekoma mi hu pa because your mayim ana ebisi ye yeshane airport sa yatisa papa yi enema nkoye na so yase waba nko ade wonye adwuma ya tisa biribi nkoye yaso wonye adwuma Nyamikai obibeka so chema ba de mame na waba na enya udana not that ma me kira say ba de waba o nanso momma mani nko no hu yie eduru ba bia I was say man no some rest ye man rest no ye man sick leave woman sick leave no e ba say I was say tumi so e man apomodin no ye sem kena e wo mayimu a we have doctors, we have nurses, we have health professionals wo metumi so routine checkups or periodic checkups on her because yanko pese dia esi ebre bi 2012 no ebe san esibiem Yeah, Papa, ba ye no one of it. As we are saying, no, yeah. I want to UK for medical checkups, but for now, I can tell you I am faint. I thank you all for praying for me. Na kind of force one konkoye juma. Na presidency say one konkoye juma. Meanwhile, we know, sa papa no, sani okasa no, esa ana no okasa. And the vice president is here with us. Now you are sharing him so beba, and of course, and paper back reporting say, actually, so 2 to 3 days time, wabeba menyim. Into no anymore. Into me, I am one was say, Nura, yet say waba. Now, right from there. Wamuko share ewa mampeni adi nkomobi adi tunenim sa wofro man mu ko ye wafene pa na binu kura kasa ye vice president wofro manyim aye mampeni so efro man mu ko Togo no amampeni say ni ana minority for no it was not legitimate say on person mu impeach no. All because any penny bia what she has so mayim and to commodity coso a church and mu the first 120 days in office ne social contracts and commodity on the gun of obedi ye and I know quote bia or catch and say or fulfill all the promises into no what bomba meno amanye I want to cheat near coso our mayim and what cast often and my men of fairness and was
so you're warmly welcome.
No akwakope ayarhwe enti wo me akwankotie ya man pani ene vice nkomodi a wo mudi ye enra our presidency ene nsem ya man pani eka ade kire no ba jo me ntiemra na afei yewura nsem no meda sipi.
We held the 120-day social contract program and everybody said you should have been there, but with all the work you did before you went, we continued. And I think that we're able to present to the people of Ghana a significant percentage of the things that we had promised. But in all this, you were missed. Ghana is safe. Things are seem to be on the right track. And you've come at the right time to come and continue the work that you so beautifully started. And your colleagues were very happy to have you back. I particularly have missed you because even traveling out of the country has been difficult. They've threatened to impeach me for for going to Togo when you were away. So you're warmly welcome. We held the 120-day social contract program and everybody said you should have been there. But with all the work you did before you went, we continued. And I think that we're able to.
Ekomodia koso ewo the presidency eno na abusiafo mebisa say nia minority for atwere ho krata aya ho press conference no wasn't it legitimate me batana ho hia na hase mampani edu baby a yes we know he's a communicator but aya na good yin so kakra we know that he's a communicator because we're a communications expert. We're a communicator pa. But I do baby so a good year no ayana doso. And also the same thing called Dodowa. Thank you to a greater Accra region. Okaka say the money that I'm giving you is 500 Ghana cedis, not $500. No, asemi wa. Asemi here because sabra no na Ghana for ina no kasa editia sami jemfi sabe ne dollar wo kokota ye edema agrada sabra ko no aso ne mampani why a code of conduct wo de ma wasoafo no wa ma wapa wo mo wapamfo eno nti biribi akoso na wantumi anka biribi asabe Ghana fo akoma beto yeyam sabia wo suspend sami jemfi for ebia na why biribi we breach the code of conduct. Who suspended him pa? You will query him. Oba bono koko. Same, you you were the communications officer, now acting as the God boss CEO. So me person call communication officer na. Kopem time be ya asem no hwehwɛ mu. You be probe further and say to me ma nkwan say bra na betra we kunda so as the acting CEO. Omampani ni ana Ghana for hwehwɛ free wo no, o free Togo eba ye no. Wan ka biribia na wo ka che fale skwatwefo so ne say won be kan che Ghana for say ye to abama ho ne say sameje mfisesi ana wo amampani wo ti wo no o ba ekonwa so nkyeye o mpese o be biribia wo din ebe sai eno nti wada ne sabi zu aboa ya temu ye yi wo se efronum nti untumi nka for now the sameje mfi should go scot free sana amampani ka kire yen na de bia me ka say abaye 2024 no eye enuhu aba na ebin free say eye ebufuo aba na wodom eto but eye enuhu aba na eto ye no enti yakoye nim no ye besua biribi say impeachment eye adbone say be impeach o mampani for one or two reasons awaye for now no mampani o communication mu no ase emu yaya ha pa emu nya du for now because nya obeka bia no funny and say you are not a comedian. You see that thing? You are not a comedian. So your person releases stress moment here, but your person releases stress you be go TikTok and Facebook and idea no akwohwe side videos ni bi releases stress, not our president, because some company there are some things of late oh yeah bi mu you know enya adwen vice president abo manyim woni na sia say bra ko Togo krampo no na nkankrofo bi pese mo impeach me na we na ye pese impeach wa is impeachment in our constitution or not? Is impeachment in our constitution or not? So why are you mocking and I said laughing at the minority? Me that say enra ye story bi so ewa ha nti no say MC abena munya lawyer Bernard Oredu na ye no edi nkomo na yahwe nkomodi a course so between our president and the vice with regards to the second coming to the country, because okwen obaye and the secretary say one got 3 weeks leave if you TS say we kwa the UK ni ade ni ya ni na ye nkoma hodo and also nda anopay ya say as a citizen of this country I was some concern about some comedy na ekosona na say ehunhia say my concern about those in common one ekosona. So moving forward no e baba ho mode say betumi edi enkomo na etumi akwenim. All right, enti members sisi ana ye ne lawyer Bernard Oredu enkonkodi
Electoral area coordinator, Senate polling station executives via Omoaha. Members of the
Enra ye din komo bi yene Alfred Ababi Okumi sabaka ya efa no the suspended chief justice enkomo no eho wakoka asem ewa Asempa FM eduru so a ebebo video na mama hwe bi na motie bi say okoto 3 justices of the Supreme Court ewo one restaurant ewo Accra. Okoto 3 justices of the Supreme Court ewo one restaurant ewo Accra. But then tia abrantia no I concern now say me no mienu so as omamba ye much concern and then say 2 justices aka aya the committee omampeni assert say one more ehwehwe the petitions na some petitioners ade ebra omampeni no one more ehwehwem na ba ko a adwan ni one more later no eye judge ni a wono so ebra yera Vincent Ekwa Asefua Old Tafo Emrashe Bedemni, former deputy minister for local government, decentralization and rural development. Ne petition what they call Supreme Court no Sa judge no, he played an instrumental role in the dismissal of Eyeyera Vincent Ekwasifua ne suita ana petition or petition Supreme Court no ana ne samu document when it goes Supreme Court no. He was very instrumental. Very instrumental. Nti ekoba ne say ana committee members mienu emprempren mu no wamo ekotena suspended chief justice case no so na obako asam no ebiko court no wobotugu ye no we share wamo restaurant ekomodia ban ena na ekoso me no ka say my checks and our checks amaye e reveal say ebinum tata brante no me checks amaye right after abrante ko di nkomo e wa sempa FM no wamo tata no na ebisa wo se bone ban e na abrante no waka so no so wo evidence e wo witnesses e kire se ohunu 3 justices mienu eka committee no ho ba konso ebo eya Vincent Ekwasifua case na wore court no obotugu ye and these 3 justices o machia e dey important e dey no more discuss intino we much concern about enkomodia no omudie and he said your friend mpo say womra court question we be say were they at the restaurants no more restaurant one na sadom wa adenti ana 2 committee members ubetumi esia 1 judge womadi ka bo suspended chief justice the case ba ko ato atwene enkomodie ben na ekoso because I see a should be free near a year between the former attorney general Godfrey Yabu Adame and Richard Jakpa a case the ambulance saga 2.37 million euro ambulance saga bino because I do baby court in the catch the attorney general said he should recuse himself from the case because one the accused akwakodi nkomobi it's a to me sure be e the free way mu me say me tax e kire me say abrante no mo tata no nti abana unya Alfred Kumi abebie wa anopai na ye ne di nkomo e fa no say because anura ne na me tete ene me tax e kire me say abrante no kura no do no akosie kakra I was so it is necessary, very necessary. Niame me mahwehwe mu ehunu ne say abrante ne de no akusie kakra because ebi no tata no. Eto amaye etimu no wutumi nka asem bia wo wanyina so a ebia no wa ban na wo party eni abemu wutumi nka asem bia eya asem ohia ebetumi abo oman na na. Because oman no embra kire say who information bia there's confidentiality of information na okutanim enti enyo bia na say o catch say reveal information na ube reveal it no unless it is in the interest of the national security it is a national security here abrante no a the best way to go is to invite him say adenta kumi ya teswaka asem ABCD ewo A radio station ana B FM station ana B TV station brane be hu ano na information no ebetumi abua yan ewo bia investigations bim so whenever an information it is in the interest of the national security womutumi frawo se brane be hu ano intime sametisi say national security for afro obi awa asemi akoka ho a anya no ba no so because yambra pon no aka kire nsa even the small media law yesu ye no when it comes to confidentiality sa obi asema babediri ho ana wate asem bi wo hunu biribi na awase wo bi eso no enyo obi bi na obi eso edema no na mom when it is in the interest of the national security, when it is to prevent disorder, and now 1, 2, 3 issues be enti our sebia ebinu betu o man so yira yama wo bie some information no eso but munyani na ana mo tata branch no say me checks e tell me say Alfred Kumi abebio ebinu mo tata no bane be no waye all because we say our witnesses our evidence to show say justices miansa ekosia restaurant bi a wo mo edi nkomo na ba ko yo bi a chief justice ya suspending the case no we kan abo ba ko ato egu ana mienu so committee members adenti o mo hia mo di nkomo ye fa no fa to na ye ko enim no emu bia no abranya wo mo ode o mo beba na ye di nkomo na ena no penso asamba ko hia yen election 2024 easy a contracte enkrofo binum easy or contracte enkrofo binum some media houses and some individuals are meye adwuma the presiding officer the verification officer the ballot issuer the returning officer some media houses wamo aye adwuma de ma no but in mu no menya ne tie se na yentua wo mo ka because from February March April na wo ma no demu pa ba jo mo fa sa screenshot no emfa to so emfa emame mo fa sa screenshot no yes so we aye easy contractors and I say one more easy a contract wo mo say one year adwuma emfa ma wo mo so easy contract workers and almost say pay us our money. EC contract workers and media houses chases Jane Mensa. Na me pacho ejuma no anya ejuma eda from because here na him say when it comes to elections our my Ghana mu ha wo kra no a wo ye ejuma as ebia na EC contract worker no asem bi ba yetumi de wo so efra. Gonna say one of the constituencies Accra. You to me declare results up to now. You can say the like a returning officer because when it comes to general election now, EC chairperson when I hear the returning officer in terms of the presidential elections, you know. It's in the original EC name our constituency mu no. Wo so mu hiya security to declare the results. Police if I say woman need much security personnel e beduru baby the IGP yera Christian tete yehunu enso beka say easy for your madwuma ye entino omo your madwuma ye na mutumi ma omo security entakwa blame games ana ekoso omayim but one more a contract to omo say one more anya adwuma enfama easy no o makatu ansem atisɛn yene bright edin komo hu no yakwa ma no so na yene yera bright ahete wo ye EC contract worker yene no ending komo but what me gonna pay matching.
Good morning, senior.
My mom matching would me so good morning. And say
matching yami adom o se
yami adom esumi ye pa na edwemboko
Okyeremaba via boko.
From February of this year, March, April, and say EC contract workers and some media houses mu kemu pa all because ejuma edema mo ye na so ho aketua mbaye ama no pay crampo no I say no the national enquirer the worker atane de baye and one port I be so edemu semedi aba problem ni eden ankasa na mati bi be free isi wa wo cheche nsemu akyeremu ana
yo minia ne okay na enkure na from 7 December yeah ejumama yisi as contract workers no up to yanyeti omuka somewhere February they communicate about say they are working with the Ministry of Finance for our allowances up to now yenti fibium na tema omudi communicate by up to now yenti fibium obi anso ba out better say echina ana ene ana 2 weeks time ombo cheska no
very well na contractor isi ene mo koye no na times no emu times no any terms and conditions na ti say
oh mostly me omudwuma de maye bi pen
okay
mostly
want to me
any terms dia ye edwuma no wi actually 3 months no me twis kana mai
actually 3 months
3 months yes
and if
most actually 3 months
now right if 3 months actually 3 months so you to about from December maybe January February March okay so getting to almost 5 months
yeah
okay.
The 6 months
okay so after elections you know okay
7 December
okay until 5 months you know na embaye okay the mode of payment send a workers why be paying no the mode of payment aya no omo eye ebre bia besen kro no ana eno mode of payment net say
oh mode of payment before you register with this EC you provide your bank details
okay who provide so all that
your bank details yes okay. And then before you provide it they will make sure the account you are providing is not dormant.
Okay.
If you don't have account, you have to go open a new account, and then you are not allowed to use somebody's account for to receive the payment. Just a one account answer, and so the money will be paid directly into your account.
Oh, okay. So me say I na polling station biano is it RO returning officer, right?
Yes.
Na me feel say bia bibia esi returning officer nsem nanka wa disperse de ama wo mo no ye adwuma polling station honum but omo ye no through bank accounts.
Yes.
Okay. Menim opposition ya yare sha wonsa just ended election no but am obetumi ni ya che opposition no
oh me na me verification officer me na meter machine wa ama for the musa etiso na machine verify say you qualify to vote. Me na me verification officer for me police station.
Say na ya fa no VO no
mbocho ai
menim say obetuni ya chenso a ana ha ye kwan so a sika say na EC yes say pe eduma be ya ma no or be ma at the end of the election
senior we dey kwan
but say 2,000 Ghana.
Oh, senior 1,000 Ghana there and do baby 2,000 Ghana.
Oh, not just a 400 Ghana is a one person boss way.
Oh, 400 Ghana there bo.
And 600. All right.
Young friend 600 700 going.
That be no case going na. Going na when on medjuma okoye any nia wo ka so me be ma. In the 600 going na 10 years ka. 600 going in amount.
And yes, dia so ni tue no me na eye me ya ne say awona ye edwuma ma on that means we created a program for somebody and they are receiving pay. Ours is allowance. Have you seen? Yendi allowance na awona we employ the politicians and they are receiving their pay huge amount. Yendi allowance no. I don't know the reason why I chesa. And then pay constitution before you do everything in Ghana you have to make provision for you have to make budget or provision for whatever you are doing. So easy telling us they don't have budget or they didn't prepare budget for their staff. Oh, things are very bad in this country. Yeah, okay. Things are very bad. You have to prepare a budget for your staff. Everything you do in this country, you have to prepare a budget.
Oh, but say you say yeah, election bia no a is in the budget or the election no. You chamano pass it through the necessary baby ourself bia na ye the budget amano so enye say be is in the budget because contract workers ni na no musika she budget nim nti no cha ne de obia enim but let me say this question opesa okasa o de kasa.
Okay, if they have a budget, so what is delaying them for them giving us our allowances?
Okay.
What is delaying them? You see?
Okay. Your district EC officers, your regional EC officers. But you your constituency bemu.
Me or Shama constituency.
Until what to me, any one more, a district EC officer, no, it didn't come in a way. I'm watching some be much money because then you know more the district and
yes,
all the accoutrements are a dear Jumano in Nano, one office never. It is a we enter will be anwa, a house now be called according to the moon. What to me, I do level no.
Yeah, there was a time about let's say a month ago. I spoke with my returning officer. I was saying, "Baba, Baba." This is what he told me.
And who was your returning officer?
Mr. Oscar.
Nidia Oscar Uno.
Friend Oscar.
Okay, because you able to me approve further. I will say to me all these details because me to me regional director there and I know the community say you didn't come be near but I am now on the district now and no more than region no region is to me I national but I saw start for the baby near there. Okay, me say the crowd criminal contract workers no I am on some media houses been so though they are also contract workers who also come pa because easy a contract to almost say live coverage Emma Wamoni Adia. Now, more ye Juma our Shama Ebia district, you know. Some Obeka say you know yourselves, you know. Mube to make creative group bia, mube to make them uncommon. Meaning some more group be sao wa. Moody uncommon and commodiana moody no sono. At the saying with the gas with car MIA.
Yes, this, my brother, this one will be some group due to the election, in a communicate room, but after the election, the group was blocked. Only administrator can send message.
Oh,
yeah. Only administrator can send message in the group. This is this is one of our biggest issue. Only administrator can send message in the group. Previously, group now one says can it just say I'm a margin, but this year and this I want to say yeah election we are no more blocking group. So only administrator can send message in the group.
Okay. Right. Yadu besina sikaya emba ye. Sabe yase obia tumagufi eyenade. And that is why intia yade tumago rag intaho yade hwe aduane a na yabobode ahye bebi amaochene bi nso no yetumi de atwe aduane ma na yiye. Nti even if say 200 Ghana cedis kra na eya adekase pama obi a ono na aye adwuma no ede na yawo biggest worry say bi asika ne mbaye no how about na ede ebra wo in terms of wasetena mu ne nneoma bi a wo hwe nim say odisike ebetumi de aye.
Sika de tumi nyama bebe ama sitime di as at na me ejuma de me ni how but the contractor omunye kwe say ombeti scanning by na hami.
Okay,
because if you promise to give somebody 1 CD within 2 days, na 2 days you didn't pay her, it will worry the person.
Right. Mate, right.
No me how.
Yerubesi na yakwenim e wasan komanyim. De bebe che bia ne be mo aso ate why.
You me that me bra.
Me that. All right. So you know about my bright I hate a EC contract worker. And I know edi enkomoyi. Na we dey anu tumu bi. I said despite earlier assurances of prompt compensation, the EC has remained largely silent, offering no clear explanation for the prolonged delay. Intino how kasi pa aba wo mo so abene ye fun de that be said the organizer. Kaja branch no hanging no. Right. All right, so where how kasi na me sabo say ye be di etire e de ama wo mo very well. Say ye kwa enimu yi o say but omufa ye man pani your friend say Alfred Kumi abebio a video nto somayen na yentie nsemu a abrante no kan here
specifically on this no you allege say there was a restaurant in Accra.
Yes, a restaurant in Accra.
And ukoko hu 3 justices of the
Supreme Court. Yeah.
2 of which are members of the committee.
Of the committee which
a probe chief justice.
Yes, under said by the president under Article 146.
Good. It is our 2 Supreme Court justices, no? Justice Scott Puaman.
Yes.
Justice Asiedu.
Yes.
And the other justice of the Supreme Court now we can say for injunction application.
Yes. He was instrumental. Yes.
Now on also can 2 justices now.
Yes.
And that justice near
Justice Yoni
Kolendi.
Yes.
Good. And the justices means
yes.
And why would you when you have a restaurant?
Yeah, we are all the evidence is there. The record is there.
Record is there, meaning say video or picture to show.
Adam say we have all the records. You see, I don't want to go into the exigencies of the matter. We want the president. We are giving the president all the time to consider the petition. So we don't want to preempt anything at this point.
But as far as you are concerned, no evidence be over here to prove your case. No,
it's readily available with the witnesses also.
Witnesses are no in our restaurant.
Witnesses, witnesses, but 1 or 2 they are ready.
Are ready to testify?
Yes, they are ready to testify.
And you saw these justices, but did you see the lawyer for one of the petitioners against the chief justice?
That is when that person came to join.
And also joining,
even though he was already in the
restaurant
location. And to Obi Jinabe because this is a monstrous lie, and I say probably maybe a mature so if you are referring to me, it's me. But the question is,
yes,
were you there at the period? That's the first question. If you were there at the period, the social and so that's if I just to answer the first question before we know. Were you there at that period between that 7:30 to 8:30? Were you there?
Were you in the restaurant?
Were you in the restaurant?
Abba because it is a monstrous lie. No such meeting took place. That's specific. It is very easy to fact check that. We know those who get justice through negotiation. In the first part of Niwena, or say a intro meeting biasa ankoso.
I'm not sure.
And they are very easy to fact check.
So ewo Asempa FM enkran abrante kokko no wate no ene frɛ no Alfred Kumi abebio popularly known as Adenta Kumi onopai de yetete wetire ene sɛ
specifically
national security for aba be fa abrante no de na meka no na menim de na me nansi so a meka sa enra abrante yi no wode no wasie na mebisa question we sɛ Ghana no okay because national security there it is in the interest of the state asamo waka no ebia wo nyina so bi enti onyina so ntia a wo de ka asasem no eno na wo mo agye enti yesu yase ne se ma national security for emfa mo nsa emfa nka branch because omadwuma mu no sa nete national security madwuma hyehyɛ no yɛsa na teɛ menkasa mo bɛyɛ saa nanso ɛma ne nyɛ saa because wɔyɛ party ni bi ba mede ka kyerɛkyerɛ mu de akyerɛw sɛ yɛ constitution no ɛma yɛn ho kwan saa wowɔ information bi a na it is in the interest of national security, it is to prevent disorder, it is in the interest of the friends of court or judges ni na ne tumi fraw ama obeyi ho ano na se obeyi ho ano a ma yemfa biribiti se malice or malices se nipa no ya ne se nia yesusu se ebe ye no because ye aban e na wo so nia wa wutirimu ane nia wusu se wo de be ye no no ene na wo pese wo de ye no your intents enkam adwuma ho no ye be se national security omo mfa no mfa mbamu because also were evidence or witness to tell us say ampa onuno these 3 justices our restaurant wo asunkoma na omu die ne die ebia no onu onim because one tom nkoma die nim but adenti an obisa say these 3 justices are mienu committee members wamo at the restaurant as at that time na enano na a private citizen Theodore Kofi Atta one also the injunction application at the Supreme Court yabo na asem to gu ye say ehunu bi penti na aboaserewa wo je ne bagra na wayi nani e de ato nchen ehunu bi penti because no be the injunction application at court ama 4-1 majority decision one at dismiss case no say it is unmeritorious sabe merit bi anim faso bi anim yanse bi anim aye beto aso di asem we another 4-1 majority decision Center for Citizenship, Constitutional and Electoral System census for also a day similar case and answer injunction application acquire and also get dismissed here. But Amufa a year the EC suspended the suspended CJ Yamami Gertrude Araba Esabato Esakitokonu ne interrogatory injunction application ya also ade akọ Supreme Court was the Supreme Court say waba restraining the 6-member committee no so mu to hwehwe ne petition no emu but I ready am fa no nto so ya ba amade say betumi ne mpenifo eti enkomo na yaji nchiremu. So this is from the lawyers of the suspended Chief Justice, Her Ladyship Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Saki Tokonu, Chief Justice's residence, cantonments, Accra, and the Attorney General, Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice. Wano ane krate ako komano. Entino wey eye de da so ntino yewie woni ne assembly member ne bekwe di comment abna ana wa hwe no so amame. In the name of the Republic of Ghana, you are hereby commanded within 14 days after the service on you of the statement of the plaintiffs, a plaintiff's case, inclusive of the day of service, that you are to file a cause to be filed for you, a statement of the defendant's case in an action at the suit of I. Nature of relief sought in follows. Sought is as follows. A declaration that upon true and proper interpretation of Article 17 clause 1 and 2, 19 clause 13 and 14, Article 146 clause 7 and 8, 28 clause 1 and 295 clause 1 of the Constitution, a Chief Justice has the right to public hearing in proceedings before a committee appointed by the President to inquire into a petition presented for the removal of the Chief Justice. A declaration that upon a true and proper interpretation of Article 17 clause 1 and 2, 19 clause 13 and 14, 23 Article 146 clause 7 and the follows. Pachankwas here, the Chief Justice nani abrene say kwa fa so na ete committee no sabe in a way entwaye na dia ni ka o man mu ni say even if we are Chief Justice krano a embrapono ebo ho ban say sa wo so case bi mpa obetumi e de akọ Supreme Court intino near Chief Justice na lawyer for ayeno it is in the right part one for ye e can be aso into no no very well. Some 38 minutes past the R7 Western in the morning on Western Diamond TV and pay and come here the na no ayasim here na e babo ya umade so say and come out do atia ka mu bia no e betumi edi ewo efie hanom na and that Friday no e be say betumi ne one of the assembly members ewo yen catchment area ha akwakodi enkomo. He told me say obeko court nti no o say etumi tene de anifuru won tentem na etumi akwanim na de bokrata no emunsam ede ebesomo on 101.3 and Western Diamond TV Western in the morning jumedie eso. The assembly member for Adakope electoral area Honorable Christian Aditogbi, in fact all concerns bebrebe
It is Electoral area coordinators, any polling station executives via Omuaha. Members of the new patriotic party communicators now Omunyina Michia Munyina. It does say Sedia Munyina Matino. Year 2024 elections no December. Now maybe elections, parliamentary candidates, every constituency, omoko round, ekodasi, and a presidential candidate. So after every presidential election, from Ejukwahin next time to President Kufuor time to President Nana Akufo-Addo next time, Inyina Omukodasi. In the 2024 election, and Meso Mekase Meko thank you to Akodasi. But thank you to no Mekase Yenken Accra because na Professor Michael Kwe and in the committee no Omu Chinchin constituencies nyinaa wɔ Ghana ɛkɔyɛ research enti na mempɛsɛ yɛ ha ɔmo edwuma no enti mehyɛ nsɛ ɔmo wie ɔmo edwuma no a na mahyɛ aseɛ abɛyɛ thank you to no ɛbɛda party foɔ nyinaa ase na madwen ho kwan a mɛfa so abɛyɛ thank you to no and I can say MPP a dear here panry a cabo 80 Nameka say Satan Q tall men sorry quan and here the name part no the bacabo and now your tonsa after all the presidential aspirants no na omebekam ho na yen ko and koye Satan Q tall Entina ya frɛ obia sɛ ɔmba enti mani agye sɛ Kennedy akompere ko Japan aba sɛ yɛmbɛyɛ thank you tori ɛma nkabo aba hɔ nyame na ɛkaeɛ sɛ biribia ɛbɛsi biara yɛndanas Ononoka said his ways are not our ways. Enti maybe wa upe bibi ena nyamesi samre no yendu. Enti si abotere. Enti na yeba ye election yendi nkuni. Nipa bibire bisa se na ukodasi ayeden na me say me koda obia oye juma ema ya party beda nyame ase eneda munyina ase ewie mo nsuo mo anagio anapa minim se munyina from regional executives to constituency executives electoral area polling station executives Yina Muboy Juma Papa. Muboy Juma communicators. Hey, let me get Jamon Frimo. Until I'm in a chair area. Now, Muboy Juma. And then, many bedray, Muni Juma View. NDC by a movie, you put in a free Juma. Hey, Yaupa. Hey, now, moi, the Juma, I'm a party. 80, the percent of the Munina, Asibako, Bako, Yami Shiramo, Pa. Now, Okyeremaba. Your party campaign, me share party this. Now the director for campaign, director of operations for your campaign, your general secretary, director of campaign operations for the campaign. Your youth organizer, now your director for the youth campaign. Your women's organizer, only director for the women's campaign. Nasara coordinator, also now you're director for the Zungu campaign. Ona Obeshe, regional chairman, now Moda, the directors for the regional campaign. Constituency chairman, the parliamentary candidates, they were directing the constituency campaign. Omunyina ye Juma. Mimi say we call 276 constituencies. Ghana. 276. 88 Jumani na you need to say you be kuni yamiabo. But results no bano 24 December 7th yekoto abano. La abano before our results the Bebanko na say na Bibia normal. Uko polling station na the pagina line many places mama sita men koto. And yes sir, if you must say men koto no minia Gideon Boako now or turn off. Framing say Otsuma the polling station executive say Reverend Fiemo and Kofa Nipamba Gotia Omokwa Omokanjiro say someone Amoko G free jelly TV no Monko to Abano Yanko somewhat to win. Omoka say Omonko to
on that short commercial break. Samuel Kwaba now. Yanto commandos yame adum ochina Saturday and lorry first no yatete so. Yame adum ochina lorry first no yatete so ntino emfa ho ene ka wutwi ena emfa ho so ni station awo. Ti ba jam si amfa letter no a Ghana friends say Road Transport Union, that is GPRTU. And I say road transport operators at the buy, you know. Mofantus near some of the first I may add more channel corner. You bet to me, I then yet ya. Because Yana swati by 15%. In the Bachow, my way so. Every I may add more channel elcro. Say, we will be currently, which are 2 cities, 50 pesos, sir. A swati about 2 cities. It would share screen so. All the first, you know, the previous ones and the new ones, I bet you know, a war screen no eso. Into from 250 pesos up to 23 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos, and then about 20 Ghana cedis. Where ye list at that bontenso. Now, you now see the calculator no ebeton. The bachanda may tell quite a before Obe calculate a year of first, you know. Me cho kwa be fa so a we be calculate you first no. All right, so 15% of amount na wutua into about 15 divided by 100 times the amount of money na utua previously. Say the anana utua 10 Ghana cedis na what times in by 10 cedis. Ebema 1 cedi 50 pesos. Eno ne sika empremprem no. TD free 10 cedis na utua no so. Do we no minus in by 10 cedis no. Ebema 8 cedis 50 pesos. Inti mo ana mutua 10 cedis no. Endei obetua 8 cedis 50 pesos. Yen say yen biem 15 divided by 100 times 10 cedis. Ama 1 is 50 pesos. No one minus it by 10 cedis. Inti obetua 8 cedis 50 pesos. Sa na obaye de ama others ni na. Inti from Ochina ma odreve ni bia no embu mfa so. Obu obese da aka cho se mensenya nka list new first now yebetua no. Mensenya nka bi. Obu wa ne saka bi pan so aseda ena ode esie. Ne saka bi wa aseda ena ode esie. Ti ba che ba ne sa no a na my careful pa. Enti no eno no the other one sa but TMC a ubetu de atoto so na mo de amame. Very well. Enti no anope ye be ko ma no so. Ne honorable Christian adi chogbi adi chogbi where Adakope electoral area assembly member na ye no akwakodi nkomo ekakra afa na electoral area no eho nkomo hodo a esie on the electoral area abena sewa amene ampon and so we join us with the newspaper discussions ahodo and no penso on Western Diamond TV Western in the morning jumedie no eso yehwe sense betumi aka honorable anapoti me kamate. Honorable, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm fine. Bibi aboko.
Boko.
Well, Western Diamond TV suni ewuntumi radio anopay Yabawo electoral area na honorable live on radio and TV. Adakope electoral area wada wo betumi twamfoni a kire yen enfa port ne ehwe electoral area na yebehunu wo atoye mantimo ha.
But onye Adakope electoral area where Air Force electoral area.
Air Force. Oh, okay.
At first it was Princess electoral area and was changed to Air Force electoral area.
Oh, okay. What are some of the communities coming together to form the Air Force electoral area?
Air Force electoral area comprises Adakope proper, Adakope township. Then Okumpe enclave there. Then the Princess area, which is now Latter-day Saint Church, and then Holy Fire area there.
Okay.
Then we move to Air Force base proper. So these are the 4 areas that constitute the Air Force electoral area.
Nice one. So among these communities challenges by each community and I don't pay it you.
So let's start from Adakope issue. Adakope yen major problem for Adakope is yen bridge.
Okay, so the bridge from Kokompe.
There were concrete footbridge which could even accommodate price cycles to bring food stuff, water, whatever.
Okay.
To me, 101.3.
Around 2021, I think this bridge was awarded to a contractor called
Asabia Constructions, yeah.
Yeah, construction to demolish and then construct a vehicular bridge that will be able to bring cars and trucks in the community. And this bridge was destroyed around July 2021.
Okay.
And the contractor promised finishing everything within 8 months. After the demolition of the bridge, till today, nothing has happened. So that time I had an accident in Volta. I was in the hospital, so I wasn't around.
Okay.
I came to meet some small wooden temporary bridge, which could not even accommodate Abubu or anything. So it's like the community is going through a lot of problems because everything you bring from town to Kokumpe, either you wheelbarrow it, you truck push it, or you head carry it across this bridge. And this bridge too is so weak to the extent that using it as of now is becoming very unsafe. So we appealed to FTMA and some little minor work was done on it. But as of now, the wooden slabs are now giving way again. A few months back, 2 people fell into it, threw it into the gutter. So that was serious danger. Actually, it's not a safe thing at all. We nearly closed it down some months back, but with some local appetite doing some media work on it, we are using it for that. That's the only way we can get to town through Kokumpe.
Okay.
So if you don't get through that, it means you have to go through airport. Airport too, there are some restrictions. Now you will not be allowed to bring in building materials. You know, the kind of structure you have in Nadakope here is switched, these clay buildings or whatever. So whenever a rainy is approaching, people have to do a lot of media work on their buildings to avoid collapse. But there are restrictions. If you want to bring this in and they stop you at the gate, the things must be sent back. Sound, whatever. So actually, the major problem is this bridge issue.
Okay.
Which will create a very big nuisance to the community.
Okay, so Honorable, on the bridge, 6 months after demolition, it, you know, Mose, Nejuma entumi nwie bridge, you know, ama a posit threat. What happened? I didn't see ya. You being an assembly member for that electoral area, no? Unim senam swintia Asabia entumi anya bridge no eduma.
Yeah, Asabia brought all materials in readiness for the work to begin on the bridge. That's why he even promised in 2021 that we were going to finish the bridge within 8 months. But when I came back from hospital, my investigation has revealed that the previous regime, government, actually, with the hardship, you know what happened this year? That restructuring thing led them to, because this money came from the Czech Republic.
Okay.
It's a counterpart funded project. So I know that money came. I think the government called the contractor with the plea that there are some challenges. So you will not be able to fund the bridge, but if the contractor could pre-finance it, so that brought a problem. The contractor too was struggling to do that. I know this is not the only bridge awarded to this contractor. It's about 5 or so or 6 in the country. I think because of this debt restructuring thing, he has abandoned almost all of them. But the reason why this one is so peculiar in this circumstance is that he has destroyed a better bridge, which we are using, bringing food stamp through the community. He has blocked it and destroyed it. So we want our concrete bridge back. If they can't give us the vehicular one, we want a restoration of what he has destroyed. So I think that's the reason why the contractor is not able to come to site. Though the materials are here, and the iron rods are being stolen day in, day out, in arresting thieves or whatever. And he cannot actually work on it.
Okay.
He hasn't got money.
Very well. Okay, so what next? Another challenge with regards to electoral and about the sanitation. So, I want something to say.
Yeah, when you come to Kokumpe,
to me, 101.3.
a lot of these drains are choked. So most of them, these slabs, long slabs, We try on sanitation days. We try to distill the grades. There are some vantage points where you cannot even go under, and you cannot also go under, and you cannot also force do anything to remove the debris below it.
Okay.
So last time, coming sanitation day next week or so, we are trying to get in touch with the fire service so that when we are doing that, if they can use their water to flush and push, and so that they will be able to push this thing forward. So it doesn't make most of the gutters within Kokompe very neat, because if whenever it rains now, it floods the areas because the water cannot get itself pushed through.
Oh, okay.
Lack of street lights within the Enchill.
Okay.
Has welcomed a lot of stealing activity. We come to the timber market around that place too. Because of the darkness around, we have been recording a lot of stealing cases within that Enchill. And that one, the ruling solution will be getting some street light fixed, and then it will be fine. Assembly promising us that we're going to be given some team work so that we fix, and then the whole place, and the MC2 is doing very well to help us to get those problems solved.
Okay. I know my tree no kakran so afra afra mu my why na brofo na my tree so abem yes.
And that's our challenge kakran but next time I share.
Okay. Yes, security bambo ho nsem comprising of your street lights and other things ebuama bambo ho nsem betu ko animu our electoral area mu e ho nsem so ti say
security issue now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I've already said, sir. I will say for the power. And when we were struggling to see whether a better from this community committee.
Okay.
I'm happy to tell you, sir, the Takoradi chief, on my way there, he is ready to sponsor any expenses on this kind of committee so that security issues will be solved adequately. So, as a community, we are meeting to see whether we can get that many in Kokoa. Already said, within Air Force electoral area, that as for Air Force, we are already the security zone. We don't have much problem there.
Okay.
So these are the areas that we are trying to get this
101.3.
Now, but you know, catch a principal not train young members so that evening patrols and let me boy in Accra to reduce the surge in this kind of crimes.
Okay. All right. Honorable, you better jam wako na the only better to na fi you know any papemu.
That's it.
I said the only better the chat na the community.
Oh, well, I don't know whether I would be over water situation. I don't know other environments. You say I'm the only person suffering. Sometimes a home and you drop back into you see some higher. But we are still on Ghana water to check on some fuel oil and see whether so the new fuel is in now. We don't know, but they also promises that they will do something to help us. But I just want to inform my electorate said all these problems now I've talked about right now. We are going to work, and now we are working around the clock to ensure that we'll be able to solve them so that they will be things of the past.
Very well. We better start up pay. Arabu Christian Ajitobi, well, yeah, Air Force Electoral Area Assembly member, and you know, Ekokoti and Komo, and Fano, or how old wa, one soon nemu. In fact, I copy my phone, I think it's thrice. And I mean, the situation is in the city. Now, it's very appalling. And it comes to bridge Nadia. bridge no ntumi nyɛ hwee sɛ na ɔkan nipa mienu kura to mu a ɛnya me ne fefi akɔmɔ hwɛ mo nkwa me da se abena sɛwa amani ampɔn abaya asanto akokoduru fa wɔn fɛfoɔ tuntum so wio ɔrepɛ watena se na de bɔkra tamu nsɛm no wɔde atoa so de amayen Western in the morning some 3 minutes past the hour 8 anɔpɛ on Western Diamond TV ekomo no dɔɔso papa na wɔn a na kwese num di nkomo no kra no ebo wa wɔn line no ay busy pa na me ka nkyerɛ wɔn authority sɛ yɛnua barima Alfred Kumi abebio adenta Kumi de atetene sɛ yɛse national security for aba befa no de no kɔ how be any actually because also were evidence and witnesses to justify say a judge from yensa ekohia no mudi nkomo bi na wɔn a wɔn kɔhia no so no na ehunu hia senka o metumi ehia sa bera se abana tena se anopa yi obo ne kiki so fine na top no so oh efe I'm matching it down the pa abana good morning
morning Okyerema
oh yeah
me hoye na wonso e
me honye
ade
me ka se ma
ejuma na edin pa
abranti bi na ye bi sa no se ne ho te so se me honye no mo sa ade he so Ghana de ohun kò bisa okra wo say me honye adentia ona no honye obeka cho say me honye o say Ghana no obi kra yare ko so ho ti so o aye o eso no yare to ne bisa na me honye ade o say Ghana de sa honye mpa say honye
ntime de me honye
abana ye dwo we ma me ketu bi why 30 seconds pe ntino MC am accommodate me na ye ne Yara James Obin Junior so be di nkomo o ye former NADMO director ewo SCMA ano pay insuene frase ntino yakọ enimu no obefia nda no pay na yene no edi enkomo na yahwe ne a ebesi akro na de bokra temu nsem no na ebrewi edu a yede ho so ma ne bono ede eba be so nde ano pay on Western Diamond TV Western in the morning jumedie so 0248071174 0248071174 or text message line no and I'm mediama and there and no pay abana one no swife
sa
anu aya kono sa no we na branch so pese odi ejuma no
branch
no o we chire no friend Yaro Kill na ni be hu ke na panso na nensi hoda and pensam aba ho
oh ensam dos bebre na yen welcome back our vice president
okay
Yadanyamia say wode na kono asan eden aba we are just hoping say sane wo mo ka ne sane ho ye no enya no cray shouldn't be say bia sane Ghana fo ka wasem ntina ya papre ho ama na san aba omoma no honto no because ejuma no so pa ejuma no so and I think say Yara Alfred Kumi abebio so ya picking till so ma picking up national security for rights
national security
munye mbejuma yie mo wo ho se mo be so me yen na mo ho so be guide ma yen so ya nwa pa nti so far as nipa no woni evidence no ene mo man providing evidence mo hwe ma fo sankeka no yesre mo it shouldn't be say ebia ne kasa na wo ka no ebia ekotia aban bi nti no mo be mishandle no yes ram we are just hoping say by the close of the day near Betty say be omeja no
omeja no
videos ni bi a drop yen saka e be metie fo ahwabra wo mo bowura ni fie no
okay
say wo mo kwa picking up no e ba wo musumi
di barabana back to mampani abedi kire wa bai mampani sia no o kan sem bi say 120 days social contract no oni ha no otumi abu nkonta kire Ghana for and Ghana for so aja atum preko say he's down war and we chin so no vice president ne chin no so no okotogo ama Ghana for yeso be impeach no intino no so koye asresem ne ade a anapani a hese kebia lawyer ni ne di komo say wasn't that legitimate say minority ni yes be impeach o mampani ana because waka say on be so impeach na wasere as if say e di agro o manim. But anybody, you left this country without leaving behind anybody. Bianwa, wɔn nso betumi ahwɛ ɔman no so de ama yɛn nti ɔman mpanyinfo akɔ sɛ for now no wɔde yɛn yɛadwene di agorɔ as ɔman mba nkɔmɔ ɛkɔɔ so ɛnora ɛno no ɛminti o.
Enra me share that particular place na president na walk as asam no, but you know I was a Ghana for you may need that questions. In as much as say we have people that are aligned to the NDC, abai no ye bibia was so minumi enu now, and every day be ya make kase be say ye na we are part of the government, and sin ye wodi enim ye bibina enye na ya ntene no a baby abekwa akoto na na minumi enu na abekwa akoto mu because ye nyina ne yeko ye nyina ye di ahomakoro so wono na wodi enim na se wo chia na ye ntumi anka nchense ye wura wo chia se wo koto amu ne ma ye nyina abekwa akoto mu bi what you say and is a president etumi etu kwan wa bra wonim se vice president eni o man mu wo kokra na ye ka wasam a you get people to come and defend enu nti na ya ye wura John Dramani Mahama wo de sa de ne ye no okay because when you say ya dan ya menya ebinu wa ye from say full soldiers full soldiers ama wa be defend say ya papa say ya boni ama wa be defend enka o man ye wo mra na ekire say wo tu kwan asemampani a e wo say wa be di ekire ho na etume de man di gya no na mumyenu nyina ye nim say we yare na mumyenu nyina mo sori ya na moko na chese moja man de ato wo saa saa ne ya de and the President John Dramani Mahama was so didn't die Ghana for. Yeah. I was so didn't die because I know I say what church. As a church one come with the most studying Ankasa or you'll be or touch in papa. And our church said they before and pa when you'll be to Miss Kumaswa. Oh, bet me no, I bet you I could be actually he's our president. And maybe when I don't say the same thing. I said the money I've given you is $500 cedis, not $500. That your memo will be a $40. My Ghana football for some no. What did Diagro? What did Diagro? What did Diagro? And fan humpo. One we are you. Oh, I will pepper bay. Oh, we are you. Na Obia Jessica. I want a code of conduct to say then I will say to my woman. It's against it. Yeah. Punishment also the man and one farmer no. Was your darling boy into their channel just because we be apologize say social media. Now we na one kasa so asan ko yisi kani bi dia che obi wo bedwom. Na we na wo de be rough na chese mo krampo no. Mo amumra na mo hyehyɛ no krampo no mu ni so. Okay. No obi abedi so amamo. Very well. MC amede screenshot bi asend mo wada ma mo hwe WhatsApp na se betumi de ato so a Adenta Kumi allegedly picked up in Dawn raid. It's a branch amananda me no krom kan krom nchi eno am frɛ no enumbre no no number no from beye me pon oman puntu no from 6 o'clock e kono ana me frɛ no yes number no does not exist number na your friend no pana when you din komo no does not exist I don't talk me number does not exist there me say frɛ bi am switch off it me call fie beye 8 thereof na me frɛ no pick ye no say adanta kumi ebe pese no bedi nkomo nne no ase me kura number no hwe na yese untumi number ntina wafa ode no kwa kusie kakra because ebinom etete no epa na ache no nti okacha no say for what reason say nkomo no kwoti wa asempa no nti epa na ache no no kwa say national security mpo na epa na kono ni problem but sani ase party full soldiers binum ele ambush apa no aye no bone no to de no kwa kusie timi yesem kwamba me mboso intino anope ya frɛ ya obi peki o say ne bra ya ba be fa ne kono na me so de meka ne da ho no james amuya na mo de atoso wa say Adenta Kumi allegedly picked up in Dawn raid by armed men ti na meka kan bi kitu ebi na afie fa de obokra temu nsem enfanto aso so on your screen city newsroom Adenta Kumi allegedly picked up in a Dawn raid by armed men. So the member of parliament for Old Tafo, Vincent Ekwasefua, has confirmed the arrest of Alfred Abebi Okumi, popularly known as Adenta Kumi, in what he described as a troubling dawn raid carried out by armed state operatives. In a Facebook post on Friday morning in Naropeya Etiye, the MP revealed that Kumi was picked up about 3 hours earlier from his residence by 8 armed men, believed to be operatives of the National Security Bureau, the National Intelligence Bureau, NIB. According to Asefua, 6 of the men
were maxed. And only sa me who say na me describe no. Say we national security operative we adwuma so o man a ada na mo kwa na mo akata monim. Me security personnel and security expert. But I didn't ase. So were maxed and welded AK-47 rifles, while 2 others were in plain clothes. So these Rambo-style actions by government continue to raise concerns about rather on free speech and good governance, as a fellow wrote, adding the hashtag Free Adenta Kumi Now. Abana, ena da hono.
Acheng, edine ko. Na say jama, won say Yera Addison ni fie.
Want to me.
Abra binum ekoredi hono be so-called national security operatives coin na wo makatakata we munim ehhehhe gens. Na ye bisa say adanti e na wo so mukata munim. Abra munim say adwuma na moye no eye mmra e na mo de ye adwuma. Ohun e na mukurekure akode ni ade. Na da ben ye hye mmra say so obi crown po ye bone na se wo se ye kwakire no ne ye kwatoto na no a e was a party full soldiers and was one kokotri nipa no e was mo party man no and was mo tata nipa no ni allege enti mo picking it up lawfully na wo mekere the evidence so we release video dia dance say no mu di echi ni so mo nhia and na nipa na release video dia dance say me hu say mo hia afa de mo si ampa ye hia ye enso ya discuss bibia. What was the motive behind the meeting? Because you don't just get up and say you are going to meet people. More agenda and say you meeting. And say mo meeting yana man discuss here no e no ye dia. Nti adentin na first time no start say wo allege no. E bia ye na ye kwhia ye na ye di ye normal nkomo. Wo say ye hia. Nipa ne the evidence by wo say ye share ni and discuss here. And we are just hoping some more money in bonnie.
All right.
I'm from running you.
Nice one. You're going to double cut him with some. You haven't to answer.
You watch a mammy that say, Mammy Sanchez, Ashaphobium, number one Makaba from Western Diamond TV, Western in the morning, and a Friday edition so any. Mesha say Eddie a free the informer Kuwakra Tanimu, or say nothing but the truth. Now, we shall former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bamian, phone in a Dahaseya, Professor Godfred Bobkin, and also the dear. Eka hu ebie na Professor Godfred Nasma working ina ne se ene Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ne policy bia wodi gugu akwemu abra na wom ewa aban mu no eno na aboa ma enesi di na ngina ne nanso ebi no so ma ye nka ne sa won se na abra na MPP wo so no na wom mo ka asem bi se policies bi wo ho mo di egu akwemu a ebe che ansa ne yehu effect no ebeche ansa ne yehu effect ni ebi ti say good for oil policy wo mo de bae ena yenya so mfa so but enam sanye wo mo na wa ba mu nti no omo se yemfa ho anuonyam hye no emfa ma NDC abai enso Professor Godfred was dabi ye ne sanye yi Professor Dr. Mahmoud Bamia he deserves and the thumbs up Accra to so miensa e wo the informer edi emunsam edi aba na 24-hour economy policy yes e be ye adwuma no pa awiane anacho yenna wo kwa no pa na wo po na mesoma koto so mesoma kwa na me po na obi so aba beto so disco ene esabi yenuanu mo bo besi brain na 24-hour economy wo mo so eka ho bi be ko school 24 hours
aba na sesa ko from 24 hours ada wo kwa no pa obenya ewia na normally na no se ewia abonjo mo nye but an cramp no sketch mo obenya enumbre en kwa de ne kan 24 hours one person
into 24 hours na 24 hours na so no abra ye John Dramani Mahame propose 24-hour economy no some of us ye bisa questions bebre ye bisa say ye nyina monkane ansam e wo man mu no etesen
okay
eno no ankasa the first administration no baye na nyina monkane ansam etesen because running a 24-hour economy no you need a stable electricity your public transport etesen security etesen ati ase ebi ne yasha ase yehu wo mo ba yo mo se be 24-hour economy nsin kane ne nyina so eno tumfo e ka se 24-hour economy no we need reliable electricity ne etumi di arane na nsin kane ne nyina so into 24-hour economy no e be dia ye adwuma apembo ati ase because ase aye ka se ene e ko source kura egugu 24-hour economy no so no it cut across all sectors one more barber shops ene omuntumi nye adwuma woni generator ye dum light abetena ho
cost of okra asante region no musu but atwek bi sa ho cost of for no musu say dum so ase omoyima omatototom shop but onya no dey out so abna ngo
what you say ene wo ko hairdressing saloon sa omuntumi nye 24-hour economy bi enti omu nyina so nyina ehia nyina mkane no mo dey adwuma enti otumfo se ye hia reliable power na mu 24-hour economy no etumi abem the informer ko wakra tafe to so miensa na informer edi sasami edi aba na ene eye Bosman and worker say yes say ene say ye be ensure good governance parliament emomodian so betumi apase ene conduct of public officers bill no yem pass ni se yi enimanimu ya na entumi emwa na obeka ya mmiri bi etumi se be yefie miensa fie enan mu na ye wem wokoso ga kwapa assemblyman bi wo ye kunu ya nipa ema ye de wo mu a na wo mu bo mu no edo mo court ye no konabra saa 3 years down the lane ye se nipa ba ko ene ye jeli no leader no ye jeli no for life ena mienu e ka ho so ye sentence o mu 94 years ene so krampo me friend say for life na wonya asanya okwakocha 94 ho no what I say into for life the informer ko wakratenum and away ewo any anope na ya to also ewo the custodian say fearless fair and reliable wo shako wakratenum a ya say Dr. Mahmoud Bame has been vindicated ewo no gold purchase program or the buy no kratafe so enwotwe ena di we edi baye na Yera Frank anodom pre minority chief whip no wakasa was minority HC government ban say statutory funds bia na nka wosu wutua wabule ni egusu wutua ye kratafa to so enson wo mu HC ni pa so momodia so betumi etua sasika no na ajejefo enan emiensa eno mfo ni da ha any the suspended chief justice ono so ni di eka ho bi yes say all eyes on Supreme Court over JC suit na ne suit na oza was sue attorney general ene wa man enti yes eni nyina e wo hono mu a committee no e be hearing enne eno so e wo the custodian ko wakrata no emu e wo hase na
abena me bo custodian den JC ni CJ na JC CJ no my JC enti won se na sen so ensem bi beto just say Yera Ibrahim Mahama ono so ewo galamsey concession ni bi na no ene Yera Prince Keja ono aba bontia beka se nukra bi enim ne lawyer no wo se nukra bi enim na Yera no ono wonya galamsey kratafe to so minu ewo custodian ene de we so ede ebaye CDM 4 ene wo mu eblemi Yera John Dramani Mahama se galamsey na agentra ha ewo bebi abekọ bia nsuo ama ebinu wanya akukuduro tumi ablock ebiru nsuo se mane nkọ wanya stagnant water no yesira John Dramani Mahama woni hu bi ye de subo ni na ebebo no the custodian ene de wenam ene anope na metwa so ewo the metro lens or say relevance our pride Yera Frank anodom presence so ede hase kratafe to so enum ene yese unpaid statutory funds minority castigate government no na Yera Samijemfi ede hase metro lens Yera Samijemfi why acting CEO and as say ade wa be CEO na still acting
and so metro lens e catch say why CEO why acting points of correction na yese gold board also one license conversion no one ma individuals no ma one deadline what you say na eno na yechire mu say time na so na emom ye obia na etumi aye into one extend e de ama wo say by 21st June 2025 obia momodian so obetumi na wawie metro lens ena we so eda ene anope ena vice president nsumfoni eda hanu se ya ye kire mu se ene wasan abefia ene enigi sam ena wode aba oba be ne dwuma kama eno so eda hanum ese na despite media ohene wakese bo ahene ene ye kire mu se film TV personality award afi wono ene wonya anye wotiri nkwa kratafe to so du e wo metro lens ena de we so edi ebaye na medi ene the Ghanaian Times and amedi ebeto aso or say the most authoritative newspaper na wo shoku wakrati ni mo we yes over 12,000 women and a woman live with obstetric fistula due to limited capacity to treat. I'm say Enchill mu kakra. E maybe o hono mu a eya wo mu ekwa awo so a sebi eya na yesi awo no mu no etumi epaya we don't know say bi wo ye na ye nkwada no size no na man aha wo mu ba no mutumi paya kosi wo wo muto wo mu anusinim aha ti bi wo mu nya treat e wo say ekwaba ne sanso a sanipa no wo gya ne na ya wonim eno ane sa aba sebi wo dwonso wonim eno ane se aba ene ekire mu se wo ba Ghana over 12,000 women eyade ha adwene pa ene UNFPA 4 ana wo mu edi sansemi etudwo wo se ni etumi ekọ ho kratafe to sudumienu e wo Ghanaian Times ene di we so edi ebaye na ene wo hyeku wakrate ni mu a kratafe to so enan no ye say ya sha ban se wo momodin aso betumi we si school edi ama children with special needs eno so e wo Ghanaian Times ko wakrata na emu. Daily analysts or see without fear or favor. Yes, the government receives 450,000 barrels of fuel to avert power crisis. Good news.
Yeah. At least and run is a bit doing.
And run a bit do ye. And see doom so enya Mayera John Abdullah na Minister for Energy and Green Transition.
What's it doom say then?
Doom so enyama.
We end 1 month impo. Me say end 5 months impo.
Sana kanin yes aka 2.6 days.
But we end 5 months impo. 450,000 barrels and 5 months impo. What I quit my bear 5 months.
Nte bi endru ho no. Na wo wasan enye sika ko procure atase.
Or I catch so here $562 billion US. And I bet me ma kanye dundum no. Eja kura. I think so ma deadline be years I bet you by the year 2070. I bet you may transition from Yankanians and some the nuclear energy. Tenya $562 billion US. Now, no, it's can be a legitimate question. Be IMF question say 3 billion. Now, on $562 billion US. Let's just say, can you now you to me and transition and could defend a yes source be I'm not also.
It's a bit awesome that so daily analyst ko wakratenum. Yera Sam George. Why press conference be what?
W.
Wakasa, I don't know, Senate press conference, and an officer.
Yes.
And I'm say program be a son of Wakasa ye. Was it when say, now what you mamma fortunate, Senia Basasa, a binumo casafa, you dear would you, a binum so casafa in stage. What I say. Na Nekasa Wakan, you won't say, Abranama me es Lusu, a year in charge of communication. Nana Sambia ya waka, a bunny data boa, or see data boy, a Ghana for the data boarding, or see you Ghana for Mudibim. Some beka say data boarding network ne so krampo sanso nyine gina so ena wo ba ye data boy den ena Ghana fo bi sa no hwasem a wone de wo mu ne ya na tikokum obedi de atena Ghana fo say ha enya wo a omu chabon papa na wochi aye ten ama Sam George wonya ya na nke besi na no na wapa bontia beka say data na ne bo aye den no acha afie wie ye de ebeba fa oboa Yera Sam George wo boa na mo so metu abomode ma dollar ba fam dollar ba fam adenti na data ne de ne bo ma fam na mo san so hye se afie wie yanza oboa
na no so call one of the telcos no mo won twede okoso no mkodi kuma se kan ko ye ntumi nya sade ne o ye won twede but you see bibia
ya pam na tikosi abonte
me se won twede se pam na tiko ye won twede ko achi oh say chairman je ndjo ase mandi kwa asem ana ye nya sawa o be politics anya edumam you see me hunu sa membu mu no say we opposition a sheda for one sector bi now they say be kan kwa asem sa because we opposition enti no near onu ruling country no what as an opposition party no per one sector bi na kan kwa asem sa tu kwa asem sa gum say wa ban ba power sa sector be mo akwa minister Sam George no kasa for communication we say but no okay na no ni nyina so na say be bi anim substance bi anim what's all by man communications ministry abugina po no kasa for energy ho John ya ba man energy minister at first
show mo performance
we just steady performance very abysmal because obe propaganda wo opposition sa wo de for one sector abana MPP ba mu a mama de na for one sector no de kasa ho sa se aban no oba no so watiwase pa obe mo ministry bi won akoda no aba ministry na no be my target all girls affairs me na me hwe Ghana be na so so me kasa mama pa me ba no mama minister for gender children and social protection abana
some ministry is as you tell the mama o
mepe o de on fama be ma for the first time
emeku openi
Allah na ka yaro me ya sano e be yi ni hwe mu abani na me mo na ba bia nya bia Ghana as minister yaro ko hu aba kwa no yen akondo abran ko enu ni enfensi
yaro be shasi abompa ye tia o sa papa after IPP beba yo enti daily analyst mu ni o say Sam George say afin ko na wie ye no na data boa be fam so ye ka tene say wo boa o tumi nya hwe yaro ko je to abra kwa the only minister wo tumi ye printing press a wo dia rent dan e wo Airport Hills ebi sida motivational speakers yes ya bramu motivational speakers what you say munchira ye kwan no
yes
so what me ya printing press one city at that time kan nya one city say one city dey na ansia na wo print ade e ba one city one city ni 20 pesos 50 pesos etumi dey rent dan ya na onya nkopon so ya me ehira
ampa ebo ni na chiri ba na oba na friend simple
when you say
on the boss anyum no
ya bra motivational speakers monchira ye kwan no ye pe range no bi esemwara hey yes I do
munsa baba abra be di koko
what you say
bibisa
when di ya bra ko be debia na media me say na obi kura to me catch us no wa sha say the 6 Ghana cedis and all this obi so wa sha say new school fees 7 cedi and ya dem an say won fan ko tia school fees we dey kwaye shoe making and na we dey anya we ya mo kan no crunch na
nice one
eti yewra yoda ha
ye na face na mo question me bisa o na se betu packet course by 2 bi won so a enti ye na face ma me bisa sa question
yo me dey so no na Sam George ni phone sorry ye rokuje to ablakwa san krofo mieni Minister of Foreign Affairs was Ghana your visa processing ya tisu se e dey about 5 days so na be betumi attract investment any tourism
all right esi all right me da say ablay ne me wode ma won ohunu ene ne say MC aye da say enura na enura chimi sia lady bi in fact we follow bi kunu ache pa on dey onimi say nipa no ware nipa so aka ache so ware but we be say na nkomo ni di ene say aya na married men no aya wo mo ma na mo ware ne hu wo mo so me responsible all because once we tumi aware no about no kwa de chere say otumi hwe ne yere mpo so be man konya ka bi mpo no dem de na chere say or you more responsible so akwati say ne ba kura akọ international school don you more responsible pa intino on ha no nkofa akora ketu bi a sabe obe jojo no a ona onini ABC de mu kura na yi obe ha na adwen so aya na wo mo ma na mo enware ye no wo pe those men now omo ye married men because they are more responsible ono no nyina so eno no it may be sound say on ware ana no think onya na ka ono no ohia mpo se obe ha no kra na akokodi be maba ko pechi nti ono no obi a wawadu kunu and on the person who did because they are more responsible so then the underlined word here is more responsible. Would you sacrifice your future husband for a more responsible man because unim be mo bokako wane dachi and then when you're better man or no de waware a otumi titis kama wa or responsible a otumi hwe na yire ne mba ama otumi so kra show me bi ka woma u feel okay as if say wo kra no sabe woto ho ase into more responsible men would you date them than so bokako fe be me bi a sabe unim ne where about that bi kra no abetumi akwa how e wa brabom what's the question I say
me date obi a waware na oye responsible
how sure come on
na say me kwa date obi a woye single
yes
na
wonnim that mu asem
okay
e betumi kura jao ai ye na ope
na nipa krona mama mbisa masimi anse na be media na nipa se be ma no aware into we responsible wa worry into ni wo fam because owo enkwada was wo shawon owo yere was wo shawon. What stops you from also getting married to be maybe ema no so be responsible? Say nyina ya ware say mema no ware no be responsible. I don't know, so what's in your say ya mema no ware no mo ye responsible. I didn't na oba bia yen so yen ware na che say ye mema no responsible men na ye bebre wa system no mu.
Say be bia so ni nusu.
Be me bia so ni nusu. And
responsible no all can che say oska. But nusu ni ban wo fie die onim. Oska won ka otumi o ya ne no pay the man no. Nemba ko international school. Jade nto be ha no akofa bere me bi onim da achi mu asem de be to no wabrabom. Nti o tale ho sam responsible.
Know very well so one wow.
Oh yes.
Okay. Near me can say excuse me, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Sometimes we the young girls wo yeah
to me
ye wuntam ye yare ya brabo nsi ye just because Obana wono ne be ma ne te na wo hu ni se be ma ne responsible wo tare ho no. Do you know where they started from? Oni baby o mo sha ase free ebi kra wo mo sha ase kra mpona baby o mo beda credit edru baby ne o mo bedi credit na wo mata de shemu kra nya yie nanso obana sacrifice watsena be ma no ho nkakra de mpaibo ene moamoa nkakra ene motumi abedru baby wo mo adu na wo hu ni se wa responsible no. It's me. When it comes to sarcasm, Emma Ekana, me want say about wuni vision, about wuni brebia, bonasa be what dream of them. When I can say some married men are responsible intermediate. Married men who can't be dating woman. When you on any year, say free. Ain't it Bible cracker? Emma a bompire, a young century. Okay. Emma a bompire century. Ain't your Bible crampo, bounce of what are you to me? But one can't pay. And son and piebo, a bequetia.
But I don't say a memman yasa. Yes, I would know. Obedient Okwatan one anka was majo. Kwambema nasa. A mamma also send Bema Ghana a census a year no. A mad also. Into Memanek to a bit to be an idianaja. I am responsible to you. Then I what I pay. Sika. Ye did. Oh, baby, I'm on the way, dear.
Nasa when and ya worry.
So yes, our dear, the end of an hour, dear. Our dance on the Beman or Bamotier, John so you be on a tear or Bano Hobedan in China, dear. Beman Banoho, I will hide that dear Mano. A Beman Bano Hobeda, or ye be anima Beman, it is our dear na. Dear, our dear for baby.
And ya worry, no.
Say ya were no so share, or Pebema no about Betina, and when you be no book no etty. John no fun is our dear. On. See, me say that when I am more nasi. It is not right. It is not right. Okay, I don't know for obi summa woman for sumna woman no. What you say? Because you young kasa into obi sum. You was summa would be I will obey. You was summa would be I will be say. What sumna woman no? A peniso, a foaso. So about what you be kunu ana. Okay. What you say? And I was so cry, Bema, na war no worry, na walk across you, Bippen. Was awesome, na say foaso. Now, you know if you know so foaso, dear, and you're fine. And so, we knew or year about bre. Now, no, Sikaneba, or the Acomo Buffer for our Bontidi, and yet ANCC. About Cossachet. Me saw her. Oh, sorry. I saw her. I must say you, I must say more day. And more day, I saw her, medium saw her. Because who are there? And you may be a war, Bema no Yamon Pratrimua. A two big cap. Because be a better man, please be careful. Let me hold you. Not as I go back. Please, what would you eat? Should I prepare something for you? Should I buy you something from town? Blah 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 blah. Or baby be possible. But over the war, and you know, Karen James sorry. Some ayana ni pa mienu na mawo hu. Ayana odono. Son your donatino. I don't know how to put it. But nipa mienu mo na mawo hu. Odoni nkita wodi bia ya mudi no. Attention no e different from mawari na obi so abeka ho. What you say? Mawari akwada ba ko abeka ho mienu abeka ho. Attention is going to be shared. Don't expect to say obenya attention no. One cry you get it all to yourself. O amera ko nipa nketi bi so abeka ho. And at the moment amobe ware, mobe wo responsibilities no ebeye more. Okay. Ebeye more. What you say? 101.3 Nyaminsa. Obi kra wa
ma wo mienu school fees baba mo betua other bills nya fe na de bia na masa be ma ye hio attention me ya na me pese ye tim me ma na se
abna ma to so as na say wo pe wonko wo de nko attention no pese bibia nkoma hey aben
ene me wo na se me ne me ma na e cha attention na am okay
it is a what say bia fa se be ma ware no what you ofu enu ba wate ebetu so ayi no kre e bia wa kwa kitu ebi won chen so abna we de
me de ne say wo se wa kwa kwaye
kitu ebi
wo de wa kwa kwaye but me I am can say people say I can't do it but me to me ayo say be ma ya ware ti fie will you chop money you pay your bills with your school fees ya ho to yen we see kana was we sie na bre so na wo kwa pension we nya bi apodwe no na wo de kwa kwapem ma fa kwa
wo de obetu adwunu
ne ya ne se obaye ne wasa wo ye wo fie na wo de kwa fa pension funds kwa ma oba ne
amno experience bi na wo kasa fa ho ana
sana maye maje ade bi wo wa wo hu
yes
member wo hu ade ba ko ne se yentumi control wo mu ena enyo maybe we don't have control over it nti wo se wo jai e ma no koso what you say enti me no me say ya worry na yeti with your school fees wo ye bibia wo se wo ye te se be ma wa worry wo abusua
very well
waji waketua wo ye bibia o abena wo ye school fees wo ye de be dide bosom ye betua water bill ye betua light bills kakra na aka na wo se wo di kosie na chine bi ko ho megye ma wo de didi no na wo de koye mass ma fa kwai
mama yasemetu afa course be menu pa yera James Obin Junior abanti no me ba cha uremu atew koma ye die wadwen kire on it just few minutes some 3-4 minutes bi na yanko 0248071174 every Friday bi an Sunday ye no ye hwe social issues kakran so and the fa no relationship muntino oba so atew na wache wadwen koma ye die wo so wadwen kire on it 0248071174 but oba manche 0248071174 0248071174 wadwen kire on koma ye die na wo so etumi ewuremu ebi me hwe se we be fa hello good morning hello wow okay 0248071174 hello good morning
good morning sir
body mami
me did Maxwell
kasa free
the craft kasa free Accra West Small
mami tio
I was a program now more is very quite interesting na edienti na obema obaware na osika kakra na bibia nyankopon de adomu se odi be fie no odi be kwa koma oba for process ono onye no nko dia se tsafa ka baba wa na oba na fe ono oba du sa abra no obeboa o fie no oba be fe no nti lady now so is making sense to your program
okay
so in the first subana memma in Adamic nature already the nyamibo riafia obo Adam and Eve and first subana cause we have to class say and na master parent sa mo from the street so a child a labor ne sa na many na take all the over the places
mate mo me en kakranka so fufa chame ebrenu nti good morning hello
hello
body baby okasa free boni to mame
ta show me the Mary me asa free yeah
I mean to Mary
because na mo ye die ene me say sama me hwe mo pa ya me hwe mo pa e me ni age ho pa pana kan ene me ya adwen me ti bi ho dem am the next thing o sanso from ti ko fo ba ko fo o ye o ma ediane wo fie we schedule we are not so by ban sana me kasa
okay
in kasa me generalize my
nice one mate me da say hello good morning good morning body ni baby okasa free
actually within the
say she mami tie last caller hello good morning hello Pajoka se free Mami tio
good morning
Masa Mamu ntie mo wo TV nim ebe ha adwen. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, Odin baby akasa free.
Me de sa am kasa free Takoradi.
Ye ni komo.
Mo to me ti do. Ono nia oni ma ne se. Ade ache we yi chop on e dia tu fi eno ano no. Oh, so ba se de dia di ka ko to we ana se. So kata nya mama nkwala no o baba ko mi no baba kwa sara ide dia na ya wo ba kwa kan. Onye na se die. Nkwala no onye shi ni oni ma se we yi chop on e ma se mo kwa so no e.
Unya botre ma mbe ma no ebe yi. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Family we didn't baby akasa free. Yanko Asanko. Asanko wo tie wo TV nim ebe ha adwen. Hello. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good evening, baby. Okay, Safri.
Photo from Brantford, Queen 5 minutes.
All right, I'm into you.
Want to me?
Photo, Madam not someone. Now give me the phone. Why are the quartermaster so Babia mother can?
Okay.
Okay, my message is that man, so we are very careful. Careful if you know the crowd to be on the on year. On a column of member,
all right.
Okay, Madam, why are they?
Let us see. Moment for Nisi. Where they are to near Bono. The best I pick him, of course, in Swear to Toy. I won't come with dear baby now, so I'll see the Abana. Yes, one was some more the pa.
So be yes, I may. I'm quite tell you a bikuno. And I won't so who so chimp and I want China and then uncle. And a man say, Mamma pay. Also, Chimby.
Okay.
And Chibi.
Okay.
A man and say, Mamma pay. I did back when my infant say it's moon. Okay. Or ban say, Mamma pay. And to the moment I be won't so who and will be chimp panano. Who couldn't a copper no. Into another conto come a new kuna bemano. Who couldn't have a sack of fat or bath of fro. All right. What I say. And see, or yana said your papa, you any. Naba bra, non funny pension funds. And found come side check. Medasi. Miss Medasi.
Yanani omra na hit krum. Yana yera James Obin Jr. Ebeton come on so.
Fox speed, roll it.
Results no so buy and I journal. Who said, Uncle Ye. Now, Koye Kra. If you see that. By form the results no 88 seats in parliament from 137 and by presidential so 41.7%. Now a year home ocean the results no one but who said the reason that Nipan Kotono a MPP for and a koto aba because uche abano results no John Mahama
yeah yede hu komo to yede hu komo botu anim no course abanendo edoso pa ba be aduro no so ye ne anim se yase obofo no de ne nam ho apaso intino ende ya yewura memu yekodwu mu nsu efrase etoto ede o how kase pa na nam menim sensuo bi betumi ato Ghana ha emfa problem embro man dia na de ana ya ne se ye beti abedwoku sa so stir isoro to a ebeyira fayen and now no man penny John Dramani Mahama anti flight task force no apa abedwoku you stand up with ano o ma fa helicopter na mewiem na wo mo hwe fom be nso to a flood ne ade edu be bia na mo phone yesu fra wo mo so be kwa na mo ni nyoma stock o mo ni enwo anwa yese blanket na esichire eno kra be be nyama wada krampo na akwa buachi bidin so mo nkonko hunu obi ne na nkasa ana school da bi mo mankwa na ya a problem enti me ba chansuo to obi anya plan B obi a empa plan B na nsuo nkogira mfa no. My name is Kobe. What Abena is saying is the right. Thanks. And also I will be the idea. But say right now NIB is at Chairman Woon to me house to arrest him. Now they abandoned yet to me hunu no kra wo mu ebia your propaganda ni bia na mo so mo ye dia but the name ne say they bet me justify ne say Adenta Kumi Alfred Kumi abebio na national security operatives ababe fa no e de no call because we say a judge from yensa amienu eka committee o mampenia set a omo a probi chief justice suspended chief justice ne application and send the petitioner ebenum come on penny no ono ekwa kan semi fa ho no ena nda no pe ya no ya ba be kire no de no ko ye NI before ba be kire no ntini na mu no ehia say wo information bi a we release Edema State no anopay yera James Obin Junior kane nadmo penia no da SCMA ano ne wo pension we this 60 years plus ban ho of pa and na metis yes wo pension say hey that be your papa no young man almost say when you shey mu a wo say a young man chief good morning boko wa nyame adum boko I am part of pension
of course meko
ben when mama ben microphone
pension
pension
yeah
minimum age day but when you from yen di the 60 years
at least been musu kakere jama me age me bi kan ho na na so no at least my father he was an educationist untum on ye bibi mon same age so that's a rare age
been feel so the bi account na ma when you 60
my 60 no na so exactly
man penny catch the vice and no buy and I say even say you are 20 years younger than your age.
Okay. It's how you manage yourself very well. I think God will also give you the blessing.
Oh, okay.
Even though you'll be at 60, you will still be looking strong and healthy.
Oh, okay. Very well. Very well. Now, what nadmo ejuma penya na we penny kra with that estima no. Yasha say nadmo ejuma nka satitu. Ya credit to mudi ejuma. I know say you are not part of it again, but wo hunim die. Any enche ejuma ne tise ejuma pa be na momo ye.
It says in us National Disaster Management Organization.
Okay.
So actually we manage disaster as and when it happens.
Okay.
Na the kasinara de rubo. So and de bia na mba mekede say ntimfuno nya homa ana wonya asuazin ana wonya ntete na wotu atwe ho afi oye hiankasa hinaza ye friend man-made disasters.
Okay.
There were natural disasters. Natural disasters the Americans su seminar in so de nyame no hye ewia nyame no hye nyame bi ho a oya da nyimpa nyi hu kwan bia wo ho no ana ye friend natural disasters. Ne ye wo manyimpa so na oye ana ye friend human disasters ana ye friend the artificial ones na ye. So not moment there or they more of education, more of education. Okay, in church no maximum there. Urisa them no there. The means them or there more untumo than onsi. No so be simple yet to me brana no. Nti ehwe adwuma na kasina rankasa oye ntete another akwankyere education. 101.3 managing disaster. Nti adwuma na kasina.
Okay, so in line of duty as in nadmo adwumafo challenges ben na men kasa ban we but aban bia no na mu face because when me say last year you were part of nadmo as STM penny our adwuma na chepa ana abafofron so aban challenges aya na adwumayefo no face adwuma na nkasa so face no aduan
challenges e face on logistics. Say there you get education e be kan mo radio but there communities say community engagement e bo kwa bia nyimpa kakrembo wo no na de ubo na iden e da ko nza no be hia nyima bi ti there bia akwan car na the motorbike na de na secondly so oye sikasam de megis the not moses ya no ntire nkan mo no ma me fi one na on shutdown but it's far better than na Martin. Nti mo hia kese onye dam nyama na ya na bi mkede relief items. Yes, relief items o hia say impa duru bia ahwehia no ba the unexpected.
101.3 Nyaminsa wo
to the mosi wo akosombo spillage na dia. Motsi bia no ode ye de nzama ye de kobo ho na ye hwede de book bia oye be bring back the safe havens. Bia what na the way wotum wa bo won bra kakra e na e bo bra tibo anafi bo e bo bra kakra na atwan manyama be ye na akọ. Nti challenges in the ye kan American ogum ebien oye logistics no only relief items obande. Nti logistics no boy me yetumi access communities no yetumi access nkofo na yetumi education e dey moment.
Okay.
But the net is I am hu in the not bonakasa sheda anyi equipment. Okay. Equipment at there ye kan dey betuma the certain demolition and them nyama ye sheda anyi bi. Into the not mobia what wanna attach district assemblies.
Yeah.
So that this assemblies know what them capacity no to assist NADMO and NADMO to assist this assemblies per one report another one information when you're not assembly moving. Apart from that, no one other non-governmental agencies NGOs not before you year because yeah nyimpa no adwuma na yere not mono nyimpa no adwuma ya ekwana be fada nyimpa onko
to me 101.3 nyaminsa wo
ana kwa atwenchimpa ya babuan ma wetum efima no ho baka no ani adwuma no kan tinam nyaman nyi challenge.
Okay, but I say I feel be wrong common but message abrantie de be ba no I don't know how true is it, but I say good morning sir, please have you heard that the Mahama BNI have besieged Chairman Tumi's house? Please let the NPP youth in Kumasi be there and the party hierarchy be there. Please, it's true. Just after the arrest of one of you mentioned. Okay, so I mean and I mean evidence be a your canon of making kind. They say the crowd society and was saying be pimping for no or someone coach Chairman to me fear now BNI for Ebura and the NI before Ebura. Yendi and come on now. Yen Ghana for the Nima, I say a friend at Torentum. Yet the insurance ya better and your body rule. You do dry season, Ghana form bonwa. And so a jet to me shake me now at Torentum Libya. But the insurance I had the Yakasi pa. You rainy season. What should be the plan B of every Ghanaian? When name say baby or Tiano, a flood prone area, even if so nimpa. On my money na your plan B I was saying ya and the same MTO.
But I say them afibia and suta in a certain areas when you're in Sujirina then or that assembly in him.
Okay.
Bagana assembly behind baby or flat prune and then a baby and suta. Oh, you assembly behind
to me 101.3
council circle because of behind the whole suta. Oh, you
okay
because mostly baby oh you low lying areas.
Okay.
Baby are urban apple. Baby are in suno or end and your friend outflows and at force. Baby and suno pay craft, you can share a porana be them. And one otter, oh, baby, low lying areas or 1. 2, fallouts. Baby and suno on your apple baby share. 3, baby and coffee then up and drains.
Okay.
These are the areas are a town there when you're flood. 1. Yen flood system no. Yen kasa Ghana for no. Are they be a attitude? I don't know someone must know. Are they able to weigh that attitude on the enforcement of laws? Attitude on ya but you can change your attitude area mon said there
okay
into the area mon said there ya mbra ho a otia mayen said there that's why you mbra we are no what no a so right then what I can into say pray change in attitude as Ghanaians it means we have to enforce the laws. 2 adukusina Ghana ha no me win there in kaya kan kaya planning before development.
Okay
and I mean no pay me so come on radio TV do me say pan you call land use and spatial planning. Today, planning before development. Today, Takoradi, you pay yes, Takoradi, and yes, down Takoradi. You plan and you find a market, baba, police station, park, and then we see then drainage. And sana you start there then development. And I didn't maybe see. But Ghana Hanu, development and sana planning. So that is the major cause of flooding in Ghana. That is development before what planning. About corner and confess done war. Maybe 50 meters along the banks of drains. In soon and one no structures not one. Echo bonus also, oh, yes, someone when you've been that human face to be no that's maba. There's another aspect of it, human face against safety. Ghanaians pay human face more than safety. Because you apply safety. It means a lot of things will happen. It be more you're comfortable with. It be more you are enjoying. Into the man or bandama no chere or the man impano ehumabo no so na nyamare den or say. And then you a culture or hen kusum henama hen atoye there you feel there or there you impano mobile kakra. But them no so na impano so show no kwa another impano show nyama. Yen sekeni Takoradi. The Okyeremaba station, a program be concerning education of flood prone areas. Yeah, flood prone areas here. Assembly where the 100 flood prone areas were. 2, say what to make you got test me here in January. Yes, finance you got it and I feel was more today being match. You got test me here. But then, we now soon started all turn. Because you got to know what a robbers and I'm kind of attitude no must be enforced by the laws. Okay. Enforced laws now. When I need robbers, soon bottom, and got to a wedding card. We chook. Secondly, may all the as you Mr. Okyeremaba. I think we need to look at it.
Okay.
Apple now is supposed to take all the what Air Force and fallout in Albania. Those from Burkina Faso, Niger, inland low countries here. What's the even over? oba fa one na wo coast lines no countries obi and coast no oba fa one club no eden no ko epunum you know that
yeah
Burkina Faso Niger and other countries won't know about Ghana no epunum so say epunum so oyira
101.3
tide because of climate change ice no go punum no so meta na epunum eden or
yeah
it's all cost no chere say nsuru ko punum eden or reducing
okay
eventually e be a backflow
okay
no chere obi across my bet to have more than 30 years 40 years nsuru yiri medam aben say nsuru these are some of the otuwadeba e be na epuna akosoro a place like Isaman,
second year Isaman,
Ekwase, Njamo became. You know, very close to the Epono.
Yeah.
Into a multi-bial in Sophie, Adiambra, Kwekuma, Noni, B. Unadia, whatever bar enter over for what and Rokopunum. Because in Suwa Kopuma, that means that we are out there. In some Kopuma, you ask Biabu, in Subiaboto assassin is one Kopuma, we all die because volume, baby, I'm able to manage there, Chilepo. In this world, Nessa or Benepo, Nessa Pona Kosura. It means that it's a man another Njamo became in Kotumpo on your bed over flat.
Okay.
Once a flat near one low lying area, which what done war a foam. When ye upon when you know what level. It's a Ponobasu canal and Sunuba around Tumkopuma. No, I saw with him. So I think looking at it, you know, there as an assembly in Ninara or any new thing in Ghana. I mean, I don't believe it's new thing in Ghana. Is that the assembly knows the flat prone area. I'm on the money to and I'm on to in there. You be enforce your loss. You make sure that when I what say low lying areas, what are measures that more? First more assembly, you call a technical subcommittee, you call special, you call site inspection. Today I got to assassin, and I had the document now, but then pandemic case done war. As about committee no about inspect assassin. No advice. What advice you are? Or my technical subcommittee once you are share, once you are special approve or not. Or approve what you're there now, you can go and put into them a process here or another committees here. Why do people build along river banks? A package assembly no permit. No, I don't believe the assembly no permit. No mom, Nkofuna and wash one way then we see. Will you believe there? Yen aprabo as nadmo no yen assembly. You try no bebre we sit down when you permit. Bebre they don't have permit. But them make I before human face. Oh, kwamna be your poncho. And all these things are springing up. Because the other assemblies all the baby other than OJ and the political will is another area. Oma sabi odu baby and kofun to take action. And the younger son here, I make a fladder. I can believe there. Yeah, the brand ejuma, ye political interference. Ne jama assembly no where your mother where. Yes, we will still have flood, but nobody will be affected.
Okay. But what about assembly? So assembly need a any individual, no, but you're starting free assembly, no?
Yes.
You're the human face in your cano, you're the yard, and so they be an new message.
Yes.
And it's a planning before development.
Yes.
By development before planning.
Yeah.
Nina assembly, no social shares and come here.
Yes.
Enforcement in Yejuma.
Yes.
And in this case, it's assembly bar. Blame no dey betumi blame.
Yes.
Assembly no so be na chefa omuni idea. But eno no so ko wie sebe. Na ye aso ye ho ye ndwe ye ho o. Because ye ka se ye ne sa de a. Then e be hwehwe han na ya sa nuama. Na nuama agi nsemu.
Yeah. But that is why yes, nti me say mrabia where you are, what dey na association odo to ho.
But we don't enforce it.
Say if you are not enforcing nti na afibiara ye nya nsuyi. Say enforcer ye be nya nsuyi but bia will not be affected. Nimpa bia anyu ansu no oba hon. But ye ma nyimpa ehumobol na ya hwe nyimpa na hobokum ahwe yenjan mo na nsutre nyimpa you see na me say Accra e be so nsutre bia not bofu conversion famba how many times not botum aba no abra onyama not more advice not mobile advice to there baby atino onye ode efi ho obakọ assembly akọ report am assembly there baby adam ko fi wo we onye ode wo fi ho but as to nyimpa na lot one provide evidence of permit there one man condon to onye bi Onyibi. And when you want to enforce the law, you have this political interference, you have this sympathy and those things. And so when the assembly then people will start blaming the assembly. Oh, assembly no ama you comforted to war. Yeah, assembly no ama yeah, human face. Why is that? Echo foreign countries are. What's the mreni yejuma? Enforcement no eden. Oh yejuma. It's not the law. It's the enforcement of the law. There you are enforced, but I have no. Yeah, well, good laws in Ghana. I'm assembly no laws, baby. or you but enforcement no it becomes a problem when human face and political interference also come to play.
Okay.
Look at it. Secondly, let me just give you one example. 3 days ago, I don't know secondly. We were papa. And when there's secondly, what do you go at Tuesday? What's Tuesday market?
Yeah.
Tuesday market. When the corny na mesafuna, I'm not trying to offer corny na. So quick claim no dem the cast. I have made several reports at so many meetings there. Me and say my car for corny. Yeah, zoom in there. What on Tuesday? From a battery doctor. No one no. Edribesi. Let me say, maybe a man in a drugstore. What do you call it? Ajinkwa. In the drugstore, you block them road. People see for mesafuna.
Okay.
Osande say allow my cars for ma. Enyim esam achina so beden obesi. Car or machine, anything can happen. Ne mesafuri zu gwan kwofo nam kwon na ekwana kekere bi na car's name or very dangerous but na answer dey hu so kendin. So me sure say hu da. Them China for one car your hall hall what do you call it? You know the chips no the cement no.
Okay, clinker no. Yeah.
Very unfortunate. So you know Tuesday now the myself no put market. I think Takoradi. No wafu wako the other side of the road wako full pavement taxi bi so wako but taxi no. Men kebu so fi was my Martin was driving car of him. Say am kwa got taxi boga ga share punum. So it tells you there's a mad no happen abra what like that. What do you so it means that sometimes we must also be proactive. Or they are proactive you there. Them American no a human face na American ni bi o. Oh, Mr. Fortuna the cars don't want so ban say be to na da or the for car no or the car ni no for these things are one of the major problems here in Africans you face.
Okay.
Because I mean you can go to the move na mo share Kenya. Also flag the same thing. Robbers social one drain him in suaye ma na was so was so funda crowd name so more so it tells you that Africans that is how we are. We are always giving human face against safety. The human face against safety. These are some of the results.
Okay.
Takoradi, okay, the flat pony river never can. Old Accra
Station. White House.
White House.
Yes.
Kokumpi. What's ever be?
I'm the Masabu.
About Chapel Hill, baby, Chapel Hill, about Airport Ridge, a baby, a crank. Ever be on the Benya. And see anima. About a angel, a Candice, no one angel, FM1. Oh, yeah, Aqua, Queen Kakra could do. Can stop because one of Kuruma one awful because when you are low like so we don't know the problem. We know. And she says to Takoradi, I'm never to me fear. I catch Takoradi flood. I can tell you easily that these are the place of a flood.
Mr. Benjamin, I see anymore. And then assembly is okay.
That is the enforcement, and never catch the enforcement. The assembly can enforce, but interference of human face and human sympathy for human beings.
I say hono.
Yes.
Minima de poti ebe ma hone yiri mom de ba me say gata na mo chuku na ye no anko
you see gata no medical man your engineering problems.
Okay.
As a country you develop no your friend urbanization.
Okay.
You develop your numbers na you can see nti yen inso a ofie na ye twa asase ye you know so na den o me no more Takoradi market circle inso ni ya collect we are recover Mankesi White House.
Okay.
No no Kokompe true compare very good. Actually, gates no one I've been in fact it cannot meet today's current of water offer. Where you watcher or there 2 years. But no crown abadi ni who gates new. That is what I'm trying to say there. Yes, Abrochi and so you who flood Abrochi, you who do America, you who do Germany, you who do Japan, and you who flood. But you will never see old mattress. Old television, old. I mean, no, you never see those things. So we want to say there. The money be there. The means the money from go got him. Yes, you got there. Name Oracle. That will help us to make informed decisions there. In so got you can say all right, but I don't know everybody.
Okay, Martin, Maba Hobium. My phone message from now. Chema to issue no the messages be bring away from my programs manager. It says a supposed NIB operatives have besieged Chema to Miss house in Kumasi, claiming they have been ordered to bring him to Accra. He was invited by the Ghana Police Anti-Armed Robbery Department to answer questions on Akwanta mining. He responded, and the police accepted that he's not well, so he would come on Monday 26th of May. To his surprise this morning, some 20 well-built men with guns claiming to be BNI operatives have besieged his house. He calls the police and they tell him they haven't sent anyone to pick him up. Intino niamai no ebebe duro no. Ebusia baby amai na ebebe duro no. And they womusho enim shahai na se wono sabe. Se wonya mo hia. Na omo ankrofo abawura ofie say yasoma se ya mefa wo. Meanwhile, ni yasoma obia so say wombra mefa wo. And nkoma ye die no nye amanyo sem ntiro de mamfa no mfa nkonkon. Yame adema adwada ye be di san nkoma yi pa. Sansem hunu na ekoso man mu no. I say very careful on that. But now, yahwa de the ebobo so na no eyasem hiya ba mo video bi so me di a kire wo. E se pa chomo hwe wadama eno production em ananurati Yera Standegbe ene the anti-flood task force a Omampani John Dramani Mahama eti ye no wo mudwumadi wo mudi ye di kan wo mkota helicopter m ena wo hwe ba bi enso yira efa menimu ade na demofo wa ha ebia eye one of the ways yetumi fa so na ye de eco flood dia I don't know anti-flood task force wo muti helicopter m. 2 Minister for Works and Housing Yera Kenneth Gilbert J. After ensure a year fan crofo fie omo adan omo cars nimpa enan ahwe omo nkwa won kran adan ba ya empemiesa 3,000 houses being affected enipa enan 4 atwo nanan mo nsiedo and statistically from 1935 to 2023 enipa 3,000 eno wo out of flood yet your memu san ye hwe no aben bia ba no aben fitire sam no eja de gu ono woko without retooling NADMO metumi aye adwuma no say they will born relief items and other stuff yankasa ho se video ne ready amofa to so mamna bi say James Obe Junior say ye bese ye kuditia flood say na wose ye ana patama ntio
me feel that them anti-flood task force in the for me personally is not necessary
yeah
so my catch out there all the assemblies when in flood prone areas here about to me anti-flood task force at the end of the day still it will be the same because we are not enforcing the laws. We are not doing what we are supposed to do. We are not telling people what they are supposed to do. I mean, what anti-flood task force it's a matter of assemblies enforcing the law. No political interference, human face. If you obi listening than only permit, we can see maybe 10 meters along and soon you are 10 meters. We see stretches in so at a low lying area, so at to happen. Then we papa. First of all, the person must not build on that area because you permit. Assembly no man permit there. Okay, sit down ho. 2, a baby waste down crime or you're wrong. 3, baby what is your low line? It is anti-flood task force. What catch there in front of Waba. Assuming the Waba second Takoradi. No Wako Kumpe, Waba market circle. When she plane move, what are they doing? No, what are they telling us? The assembly no hot American be engineering. Okay. Re-engineering no drains be or beam because of urbanization. Say yeah no mano and I imparodal. Na imparodal no so na asase no ho no den orchire. Ye asase no do efu na den nsu no ba onya baby po normal baby a efu asase no nsu ta oche pass na with you. But once you sit down here factories here nyama baby no we are open up all these spaces for nsu wetumu abase no more. Nti assemblies no when you say you support the other American NADMO and the assembly and enforcing the laws. Obi mo ho we develop a way or they to me relocate one or they to me relocate one because every year bia nsuto every year bia within a year nsuto by 3 times. I remember Bakado I don't remember make 1 year.
This is tattoo
Bakado eba sekendi Kokompe na de na nsuto my brother Baba Chrome. I have no more cause mad.
Okay, maybe a helicopter and that was screen is but over to me. Almost a helicopter and a woman and we no more share flat prone areas. Until other near Faka and Konaka and Inti. No, you see, an American every assembly. Oh, maybe Okobia is under an assembly. Every second year is under a Koshama. Wherever you move in Ghana, an assembly hall. So why don't you have, if at least you find there's a and Kempa. Set up those people who are the agencies, hydro, geological, NADMO, assemblies, West engineer, from here together. There is on there areas now, but able to be to reduce flooding. That is all.
But echo helicopter na echo round in Sutatewa. Have you solved the problem? Says the other as a climate change is not too at any time. They be able to make a flood and so depend maybe do the amount of water that will fall or that will come down and the amount and the time that it will take and also a key.
Okay.
In sooner or later from where embedded wahin. In sooner or later no you draw another her. Why and kakama in sini ha count no flood bar. You should be automatic to some few minutes no way.
Okay.
Into me a flood kesi. Obi o boto kitin ma but obacha. Which means that ochira dem here no some more about assassin do. O do be one assassin position to me then on some biom.
Me stand up kakra na o de mu hu ye why.
We can find to it. So from the air, yes, we saw the problem, but we need to go there and then work with the Ministry of Water Resources, Ministry of Local Government, and then the 48th Engineers Regiment to begin the process of desilting, the drains that have to be desilted.
Brigadier General Richard Kinney, Commander of the Engineer Brigade of the Ghana Armed Forces, attributed long-standing flooding in the capital to indiscipline on the part of residents.
I think the first problem that we saw was at Sakumoto, where we have two culverts, three.
This is drains, it'll be a re-engineering. You see, they be higher in Suluboto. So when this is drains, people are not looking at so many factors. This is drain, like Marcus like drains. Why I can say this is what are you trying to say? In so far, not also a drainage because drainage why in so many years. Okay, I just drain area. You never know what
okay.
Now, Art Force no kono share epono. I can hear water.
Okay.
Yet that most of the times, they sit now. Art Force near you. Art Force no you share. In say what you the sit no that the sit now we want to do. Able witness no count to kono asni chaba.
Okay.
In say anti-flood task force as okay. The same time okay. But no us ye ahwe ye problem. Say any agency na assembly keshia. Na ya kwere for over the sit drains. And that's all. What's the baby I want unauthorized areas and what are we telling them? What are we doing for them? Okay. So that or more of anything than Sikanazi.
More valuable.
Okay, and when be a man, this is from 32 something years.
1935 to 2023.
How many?
3,000 people.
Yeah, 3,000 people.
No flood.
Into form back. But in Yamawashu, we can bring them back within a short time. Yeah. In Yamawashu, see, what they are there. It's not about the sitting alone. Don't wonder what's a low-lying area. What do we have for them? Because as soon as it will continue to rain every time it's supposed to rain water.
Okay.
Until them come at this little and this little, they will still have that challenge.
Okay, yeah, but I'm penny John the man so a new year kakrane kwama pass of faso na enkrampo for example no otumima nso to anyini for wo into establish a new national capital ewo baby fufuro na we ministries no de akọ na we create rail line de ato from Accra to the place into we obi oye adwuma obefa plane mezi play train na wona me so na akwadwuma mu nti ade achi na waba beda na esensem bebrebe ni ade a menim oye na adwuma adwuma ni a waye adwuma na che we betumi abo flood fighting against flood.
Yeah, I think I mean my dream that don't make can be there whilst that population or increasing we need to expand. We need to look for other ways. They make a plan B. Accra, commercial and administrative in here. Okay. Sign paper across the headquarters of Accra. So when we here Nigeria, they decided to move their capital from Lagos to Abuja.
Yeah.
That is the only administrative capital we move. No, we are move. Say to me, move here administrative capital for Accra. Near the another place. We can now relocate one of what's low-lying areas into those areas. Then we are reducing flood. We can re-engineer it. And then capital no. When they cited Accra as the capital, what was the population at that time? Population will grow. We have vast areas. Here we locate administrative capital. Not a commercial capital. Maybe then we can look at because they re-engineer now. A lot of things will go. Takoradi re-engineer, expand drains now. A lot of things will go. So you give space so that we can do the re-engineering. And so they want to move the capital. I have talked about this so long ago. Ghana need to get a new administrative capital. Okay. Getting a new administrative capital, you don't commercialize it again over there. Okay. If it is trained, you are only going there for administrative purposes. Okay. If you are not in, it will help.
Okay.
It will help.
Yes, no crowd. My person may pick a course. I can't even so much today. If I'm coming here, dear, we are. Say, no, the other boss will be a dachi asem ebi dachi so enche the medium the long term and me pese me bobo so and ebi so short term approach and they or say to me adopt me as an individual am ti baby am nim se nso to a ebetumi ya family no de na say me ye e na no yewura community na komensa e ka sem bi say nya plan B wonya wonu bi o te highland areas na e no akwa kwese ne nchen kakra nso no tote a na wasan ba ne ade a ene plan B na o ka wansem de na as an individual ye nim perfect nso betuma to yiri ye no yenya ne ntwen ne aban be ye ne task force bi no be e be ye ne ade e de ne nye
minister, former minister, regional minister, Ken. That is exactly. Your education, them
okay.
Because in Pano, wedding can set where we.
Okay.
Relocating now, it comes with cost.
Okay.
If there's no cost, then it be salmon. And I'm put you are. If I'm not getting that, in the you catch on there. Once we said, any meteorological agency, and one authority, and one year collaboration. And so, one may signal there in Subota. We quickly have to move into the community. Yes, signal on there. We are expecting rains at this time. And to be allowed what them area, we move on safe haven. Not more here, safe haven. Them are wedding cake, a cold baby, and now you be out, see baby, or was called. And Katina. And so to we are, then you come back. How long can we also continue with this?
Okay.
It means that long term in a can, or they heard them call for you want permanently. And I mean, I don't quite beyond that. As I said earlier, they don't have permits. A lot of them don't have permits. They are just there without permit. But Ghana, Africa, we didn't care. No born a yimper, no more born. I know Madame Yamano, Okodo. But on a short, them able to be there. In sooner about more signal, if you now higher area. In sooner to Asanaba. But as a human being, also you have to be looking for a future and a long-term plan there.
Okay.
Maybe I know here and see or there share how if you permanently now relocate and
okay.
That's the best you can do for a short term. But long term, short term no only a question there be a certain amount.
Okay.
Because we are is not take but because drains near choking, can create report turn the widen. We
okay.
But say way man another itima can be the music cannot turn on for them how to find them. Then the long term is relocation.
Very well.
We'll be out low line area. I there down. So you be seem walk so pa kakra. Another you be relocating pakrono.
All right. Enti aba ne say asam no enya ato nipa na wi a. Sane be ya nipa no asem e be kan e be bonu hu. No hu ne de wahwere ana de obehwere. Ene de anadbofo impossible ho a. Ye de ba be so ne mfe for a while no. Around my dear na amukwa de ma wo mo.
Sorry. Martin there. Not mono. Yes share. The magnitude you can share. How waba which the crew then so after crew na today okay akoso mbodi DLC crew so after winner but you not monguti not monguti aba monguti nsa don tum so winner do nso about to nsa afre ankor a obi na won so no mabo not mo no then one bo adam nkofo ma ontum one bo e bit there baby odo oti but o key
okay
se chap demo se school dem ye nya ma wona o dem on mattress yema on blanket yema on mosquito coil yema on mosquito net yema on buckets because obugwa na yema on a bit the biscuits yema on rice oil sugar nyama nyimpa botum while stop staying for a short time onye ewazi me ka mribi su te ko baby ma me no say what's there na mattress in chama na me yankodo onye mattress akasi ni bi na ka channel look how's the mattress na the brand student mattress no na number 1 kodo into no so yehwe ma for me bien etumi mo mattress cool ma me ye mo mattress cool papa so ye mo mattress because mattress no on for 2 pay on for adult we use 1
na mumu ya wen
aban no de ba say taxes na banji na be no de kena me no
te fufuro wo da so ai wo dia
say it cannot be reused cannot be reused
okay na mumu hukum
hukum taxes aban taxes no to them no sometimes we think that the perception and the thinking of Ghana for in there saban be afida aban no kutokumska aban be ayo no kutokumska by the aban like taxes
na na ntie bi no so nye bi na muma wo mo
it depends on when you have it them catch nyama ni bi nyu aban na mani bi
which means aban bo ebi no bo ebi no
aban do the ba here central department to Accra na Accra distribute to the regions
okay
na regions they distribute to the districts nti bi ho a enya dodo a other we expect another asan atuenchem na abampo a wona atuenchem na to won nya dam dodo na we won
na boso
one nti kakra na ebe prioritize one obi o wa na mafuma ketenkete wo nya be nda na ade so you give them mattresses mafuma no boto be widen wada that is what we do but you see people think that I mean I don't believe that it's always about mattresses and rice, oil, and those. Yes, it should come in when people have no chance to their houses again. Okay, but if you need powder, more
all right.
More so other banks are providing temporary.
Okay.
So a temporary, it says relief items. It says also relief items. Or relieve you from that short period of time now into any access to your house or your home.
Mate, may I say, my picking a few calls now. Yenja right James or Ben Junior man got to in the so 0248071174. The Bachakuma Yediano is on Atorenchem and answer Ushuya L2 Nadmuna said in a Juma and in ya one more air diabua to bar and mayor politics, Mr. Wa 0248071174 0248071174 to bar bonito na kuene ubo di baby kasa free. But you lower with TV volume no na enemy ndi komo e wo phone so. Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Udi baby okasa free.
Bocho me dey sitewa me kasa fika so a.
Na me ntio.
Me bocho dia emma instituble started pa Ghana yehu amane no. Marketing for now bo India ewo gota no so na omode ade esiso na omo ton ade no sa India nketenkete na egu amnani mu no ena ye echoki amane so fa he no se sa India nketenkete na ye egu sa gota bu ma na wabo esi wobo ade ne si gota no so na eji ato gota no se ye roba nkwampo na eto mu a so ani kwanse di hu adegu gota ba se ye roba nkwampo na eto ma betumi afaso akọ.
Okay.
But because of saying the young thing na choki ama sa ensure eyiri afa hen it didn't some woman san go for na omo ton ade wo pan ho na magbo za board since got out wo me yi omo fi o
ma te me da se yen kakra bia so ba no so etumi akabi. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Udi baby okasa free.
I'm looking the Eric Adedio me kasa free Kumasi.
Na me ntio.
You are some okay. We are here with the appointee. Enchill Mupa Murana Wayesi one of the best in life for more culture go on. Mata. That's what must feel good to you know. It has been with the Nya, in the leader for a day, I'm found it done before there.
Okay.
I found it very interesting for your society by a lady, but near Barbans. I buy 1 year view.
Okay.
Setting up buying every due to a man to my near my own. If I had any I have told you, Mamma, so that's all you down. You began with me, my mom for fear of good human power.
Mate me da say hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, baby okasa free.
John,
oh, John Laura boko there. Mami tio.
Sa for the no year na me work for year pa. I say a man anyway, what Ghana 4-0. Because as the president of the Republic of Ghana,
to me,
Saudi helicopter. You see, this is what we are saying. This is tomorrow. When some serious to be this same year, a come and I hear what they are saying.
Yeah.
We used to allocate money after money. We all time and day, and after mobile phone is $23,000. None that the Moshe. I see kind of.
John Abotre. Yeah. I'm going to say, last two. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Udi baby okasa free.
Medini Honorable George Kokusapon, Mekasafi and King Kesu, a slow domain assembly man.
I am your come on.
Yo, Minianum Mamuna at Mapa. Morgan and mine, I'm a chia chama own thing.
no cry ba ko pe ba bi a yesisi adan asisi e wo nsuo no na what your law plan yes I would the container akoti ko mo abeda ka na timi akọ ka ni timi nko enti ba bi a nsuo kwa dana yesisi kwa no enu na create sa program no cry ba ko pe ba wo mo ma begigi sa eho no e etikafo a yentimi nka wo ma fam enu na di program no ebre wo sa nsuo enti be ko so akumye sa si anyi nsukwan no ekwa na nto wo ma ba bi a da efa sa program na ni besia e na wo mo tuboka bola esu digu nsuo no no nsuo yese bi emu na pedi akotwe agu anto a aka ho na e bi atecha aba o nsuo no to a na atwa afa so nya ba bi nfa nti yentia ho fo ta na ma no ho. All right, but I say ye be na so ye fa afrefo ni nsi mo amufrechi na mo fa nchame ye me adoma ewia basa ato aso afa course no ebi Robin Junior. Yes sir. Enwie ne krakra ne krakra me say nkofu hin akasa attitudinal change should be reversed and should be addressed with enforcement of law. I mean, on the moon. Yeah, but two real good drains. Yeah, sit down unauthorized stretches or drain on a day. They are lost there. Bro, wow, what's the many? So yeah, the mobile mechanic enforce your law. Okay, obi okay, snake down one sunu crime. Waste then can say or you're paying into law no to affect now. Then what do you expect? Yeah. I can put my catch order, but now, next year, but now, every year, but now, back there in Sweden. Yes, started, I'm cramming by STMA, not more. It was about 8 years. Every year, I can see some. Then see some say the same place. The same place. The same place, there's no you. I don't dare yen to me, yen. Elkaya, political bar. So be a human face. It be also attitude. Human attitude, or a loss in your see. If you don't apply the laws and enforce the laws, and the people will continue to do it. Human beings like us will continue to do, and human beings be also up easier way. Why did you run if he instead of that to rule or that to get him? No, I could choke baby. Then what year way Bianca, we all see it. Everybody's the money will be but will be peroka, and we continue to suffer. And see, flood the best we can resolve flood first. And or then you enforce your laws. To the latter. 2, or there re-engineering of some of the drains that we have. 3, or there deserting, regular deserting. 4, if there's any structure along the banks and does not have a permit, it should be demolished. And this will allow people to at least have some space of breathe when it ever there's flood. And we will continue to spend. The country will continue to spend money. They say, I don't flood here, we see what helicopter here can get a rescue. For watching what I saw, you want helicopter rescue one. But going around with the helicopter as anti-flood in it, I like the way standing when I can say the way a few collaborate to the agencies in the assembly, local assembly. I don't hear that. Then why do you want to know? Okay, Mate, but I say, and Obre, Adaji, when you're my Dosheba Kimu, Yera James or Ben Jr., a former NADMO director. Our second Takoradi Metropolitan Assembly STMA. On a period in any common fan of flood issues and Nadmo, na sudden edumas way. Moving forward, you know, the can be saying no, Ebekoswana Yedi. Academy the Omuni, now so a job any day. A Jumana says, so me, a walk from comedy house become co educational. Bros, my entertainment is here. Baby, and I also said, no, a corporate social responsibilities, no. Even though that say, on a pay ya dosu besia but a betram kakre bi na wa direct na afa won ai nti same mo hwe na mo direct na mame abena sewa amani ampon wono na wo hwe ye production we bia same ewo MC a wo hwe camera no so na yaro care also na wo so hye ye ba TV no so o skani frimpom manso na what echire ebo with the production banama bana na kuredo abupra executive producer Melindi Okyeremaba AS Enchill. Na ayesam ewo nyubi say bars of realities. Na zoom so ye lion na catch them. Zoom ye lion. Na mo judgment na se zoom lion na so ye ona ye na adwuma timo tuwire gu ball mu anase nwire gu esuo kwan mu ne ade. Zoom onye lion misremo ntimo me ye yesese ya adwen. Attitudinal change ebu apa. Me da sipi ya me aduma ye be se hia. Ja
Itabi